gambling, you're buying the pot. Like nobody wants to be like, well, I'm not going in. So it's that kind of move. The judge panicked when this man walked in the room. Here's why. Doing commerce, my first move, the judge ran out of the room. So we thought, okay, there might be something to this. We hadn't seen that behavior before. So do it again. Commerce, my first move, the judge ran out of the room. So we thought, okay, there might be something to this. We hadn't seen that behavior before. So do it again.
Everything is based on money. They don't actually give a shit in the justice system about holding people accountable.
Nothing else. Until you're going to be stuck in trying to make it what you think it should be, and it's not that. And I'm telling you, you can pound on that thing till you're blue in the face. It's not going to change. You need to understand what it is. And when you know the truth of it, then you can actually deal with it as it is, rather than what you think it should be or what you thought it was growing up.
Everything is...
Here's how to grow your audience with zero...
They threw him in jail for 60 days, and he came out with the government owing him $300 million. Here's how he did it.
I did 60 days in jail, and my friends put a promissory note in. They took it, but they didn't let me out. So then they tried to trick me into taking a piece of paper with 59 days credit. In other words, we're going to give you 59 days of those 60 days that you did back on a piece of paper. But they held me that whole time. So that had to equal the amount of the money, because everything is commerce, right? So I said, well, if you're giving me credit, it has to equal the piece of paper that you guys took.
And how much was that?
300 million US. So then as we went after the 300 million, we tried a couple of different processes. They ignored, like they always do. Then I went to another seminar in New York, came back, did some paperwork, took us months to come up with a document. I sent it in on a Thursday, and on Monday, the newspaper said the province lost $300 million in one day last week.
They threw him in jail for... This man says there are spirits that were here on earth before humans ever arrived. And there are things you do every day that can open a door to let them in without you even knowing.
If you read the Jesus stories, like the Gospels, and even into Acts a bit, you'll see that he performed a lot of miracles, but the thing he did most was cast out demons. So it's a thing, and people try and pretend like it's fairy tale or just don't want to think about it, but it's very real, and those are the spirits that were cast here before man showed up. They were here already, and we got dominion, and they can incarnate into bodies, especially if you're not aware of something you're doing. You can open up a door, for lack of a better word, for that to happen. And then some of this stuff can come down genetically as well. So there's curses, if you want to put it that way, that pass down genetically. There's remedy in the Bible, like Ephesians 6 talks about, we wrestle not with flesh and blood, but with spirits.
This man says
they're trying to do their thing, but it's not working. As you can see, the whole thing in Ottawa, they passed this act supposedly, and I don't think they actually got it passed. They started the violence early.
Most people think they threw...
Here's how to grow your...
behavior before. So do it again.
Everything is based on money. They don't actually give a shit in the justice system about holding people accountable for crimes.
Every case that's in a court is about money. There is nothing else. The court is really a business offering court services. That's all it is. And until you come to that
Tanyard says,
realization...
calm down, Jamal. Haverson says, my uncle, he from...
Not that. And I'm telling you, you can pound on that thing till you're blue in the face. It's not going to change. You need to understand what it is. And when you know the truth of it, then you can actually deal with it as it is, rather than what you think it should be or what you thought it was growing up. Every behavior before. So do it again in different scenarios, different cases. And it became very clear that what we were doing was making them very uncomfortable.
What exactly were you doing?
We were doing commercial moves. So we were basically bonding or indemnifying the court cases, which has to be done. And they do it. They indemnify all their cases. But we were able to indemnify them at a higher number. Therefore, we were kind of squashing their indemnification. Ours eats theirs up, and then there's still left over, which will start to go into personal assets. This is after years of trying to figure out why this was working. So I reverse engineered it. That's what's happening. We are coming in with a higher number. We're basically buying in gambling, you're buying the pot. Like nobody wants to be like, well, I'm not going in like that, that kind of thing. So it's that kind of move.
The judge panicked when this man walked in the room.
I didn't do a mistake. What when I got married, then I had a divorce and I had 5 kids. And that's an important part because I didn't fit the mold. The system is based on averages and each family has 2.5 children or whatever it is. I had 5, so I'm double. So there's going to be a problem. Like my numbers don't fit. So I ended up in a divorce and then in a child support case. It's really difficult to have 5 children and have 2 households. Hold on, let me check his flyer out. Hold on. Very large space. Right. The system wasn't built for my size of family. Therefore, there's going to be a problem, and there was. So I ended up being dragged into this thing forcefully. It was very aggressive. I was not prepared for that type of thing. I'd never been in court like that before. So now they're being very aggressive to the point, after my so-called somebody else appeared for me, I ended up with what's called a SWAT team. Appreciate it. ERT team, emergency response team, which is sort of the military arm of the RCMP, come to my house and almost beat him to death by mistake. Way to work. I just got it. It's hard too. Fit the mold. The system is based on averages, and
they exposed why the British Empire never disappeared. It just went underground.
I know for sure this applies across all Commonwealth everywhere, of which the United States is one, and so many people don't want to agree with that, but it absolutely is.
Absolutely is. They got the Commonwealth into pretty well everywhere.
I can't name names, but a specific guy that I know who's been doing this for 30 years, he was dealing with a divorce case where the wife was originally from China, and he's like, I don't know what the hell to do with this. This is a Chinese marriage license. And the other guy he was working with was like, no. Everything is British commercial paper. Every bit of it.
You got to understand that they spread completely everywhere. And then they tried to pretend like they moved back, but they didn't. And that includes the United States.
Exactly. You notice every war that the United States is involved in, there is some attachment to the UK and the UK Army. Every single time.
So the United States is a corporation, and it's owned by somebody. I'll leave it at that.
They exposed why the British Empire never disappeared. It just went underground.
I know for sure this applies across all the United States is one, and so many people agree with that, but it absolutely is. Specific guy that I know who's been doing this for 30 years. He was dealing with divorce case where the other guy he was working with was like, no. Everything is British commercial paper. Every bit of it.
You got to understand that they spread completely everywhere. And then they each family has 2.5.
The judge panicked when this man walked in the room. Here's why.
Doing commerce, my first move, the judge ran out of the room, so we thought, okay, there might be something to this. We hadn't seen that behavior before. So do it again in different scenarios, different cases. And it became very clear that what we were doing was making them very uncomfortable.
What exactly were you doing?
We were doing commercial moves, so we were basically bonding or indemnifying the court cases, which has to be done. And they do it. They indemnify all their cases, but we were able to indemnify them at a higher number. Therefore, we're kind of squashing their indemnification. Ours eats theirs up, and then there's still left over, which will start to go into personal assets. This is after years of trying to figure out why this was working. So I reverse engineered it. That's what's happening. You're coming in with a higher number. We're basically buying in gambling, you're buying the pot. Like nobody wants, well, I'm not going in like that, that kind of thing. So it's that kind of move.
The judge panicked when this man.
Each family has 2.5 children or whatever it is.
This man says there are spirits that were here on Earth.
They're trying to do their thing, but it's not working. As you can see, the whole thing in Ottawa.
Most people think.
animals, they just walk across the border like it's not there, because it's not. We believe there's a border because we were told that from birth, but it's not really there. It's a construct. It's a fabrication, like the Wizard of Oz. Same thing with money. Money doesn't exist here. We're the only species that pays to live here, and all the other ones, oh yeah, I don't know what I'm going to eat today, but something's going to happen, and food is supplied to every species. But we have to pay. We have to go to work to get these things called dollars in order to pay to get the apple off the tree where it grows for free. Countries don't exist. We're the only ones that recognize countries. Birds and animals, they just walk across the border like it's not there, because it's not. We believe there's a border because we were told that from birth, but it's not really there. It's a construct. It's a fabrication, like the Wizard of Oz. Same thing with money. Money doesn't exist here. We're the only species that pays to live here, and all the other ones, oh yeah. If you don't understand the law, or if you don't read it, you're going to go with the headline, especially through the COVID thing. Most of the stuff they pass, they put it out as a headline, but the headline doesn't tell you the whole story. You actually have to go and read the actual act. That'll tell you what the exemptions are. They don't put that in the headline, and most of us are just, we've been trained over a long period of time or whatever's happened, but we tend to just go with headlines. It's kind of like the drive-through thing. You want to just drive through, get something to eat, and move on, right? Spare me all the details. So they hide the details. It's in plain view, but you got to go and read it. If you don't understand the law, or if you don't read,
The Bible says, fear not 365 times, one for every day of the year. And this man learned why while sitting in jail.
there's a Bible verse that says, bring every thought into captivity. So you can take those thoughts captive. And it's practical. It's practical stuff. Like, it tells you how to do that. Like, it doesn't tell you how to do it. It tells you can do that. When those thoughts come, you can just say, no, I'm not. And it has to go. It's like a contract. Like, literally, you buy into that suggestion. And almost all their suggestions are along the fear base. They'll get you into a fear situation because you're ineffective if you're fearful. You go into that fear state, nothing works. Like, you're kind of ineffective. So you want to stay out of fear. The Bible says, fear not, 365 times. That's one per day. And when it says fear not, it means there is something that you're looking at that's supposed to be fearful. Otherwise, why would it say that? So, like, it's not about, don't fear is something while you're at the beach. It's like, no, you're going to see stuff, but don't buy in.
The Bible says, fear not 360. The Bible says, fear not 300. The Bible.
They try to make you go into a cell with like a sketchy person or something?
Oh, yeah. When I was in the other jail, they put a racist in there, and this guy was lifting the leg weights with his arms. Like, this guy was big. And there was no end in sight. It was 60 days in hindsight, but I didn't know that at any point in time. And I wasn't backing down, and neither were they. They didn't want to let me go, and I wasn't going to conform. So who's going to blink? Then they finally got the trial going. Took them forever to get that to happen because they couldn't get jurisdiction, and they just railroaded it. But at the end, I'm walking out after the judge gives me a sentence. You now owe me $300 million. Oh, that didn't work. That's right. So all of their oppression and whatever their whole agenda got undone at the last second. Boom, gone.
They try to make you go into a cell.
Big up everybody on the live. You don't know. Remember, put the Almighty first in everything you do. Financial, educator. Okay. Big up. Yo, Michael, big up. I don't know if you hear me properly still, but big up of all. Dora, Safi, Rasta Pinky. Big up Ashley. Walk One, Food Chill. Yo, JP. Big up A. Big up, man, Daniel, yo, Scott, Steve, yo, oh, big up, guys, yo, Regime, big up, Coda, big up, Lawanda, yo, Bobby, big up, User 1631, yo, 803, Roger, big up, man, big up 803, you don't know 803, South Carolina, big up Jamaica, big up all America, South and North, big up all world, China, Japan, Asia, Europe. Yo, 1804, big up. Yeah. T4, big up. Q Worth, passing through. Welcome to Spinks LLC. You don't know Spinks LLC, but that's what I chill vibes. Yeah, man, you know, nothing planning over here, you know. The Almighty don't have everything planned for you already. So you don't go with the flow, you see me? But remember, Almighty help those who help themselves, you see me? So make sure you go outside or inside or do something productive, you get what I say? Yeah, man. Productivity is the hard idea, you see me? Principle, righteousness. You understand? Love, respect, honor. Yeah, man. And never you fear. Remember that. Don't fear. Oh, we your Prince. Yours. Prince, I said, so what's the discussion? If we go on with, oh, you know, if you have anything to share, you know, Prince, feel free to come up, you know. Let me say, oh, it's just a freestyle Wednesday, you know. It just freestyle. If you have no knowledge from the people, them know how I go on. Come share to the people, them platform open. Hold on, yeah. Just send an invite. And big up everybody, man. Give thanks to the Almighty. Almighty, the greatest. Big up Prince. Yeah, man. The Almighty is the greatest, you know, guys. In a Amos 4:13, not the King James version, but the other version tell you the Almighty name. You see me? But in a King James version, them put Os. Like, come on now. Why you'd have named the Almighty Os in the King James version? Like, yeah, disrespect the Almighty. Cause in another version, it tell us his name is the Lord God. The Lord God Almighty. That the other version then tell Amos 4:13. So go look it up, my people. If you don't think I lie, man, tell. But don't use the King James version. The King James version, you nah read the name good. Princess. Big up Princess. My bad, Princess Annie. Yes, Annie is. One love. Yes, I big up Princess Annie. Yeah, man. That's sometime, you know what I'm doing? We get it now. Thanks for highlight that. You see me, Princess Annie. So it's a lady. It's not a prince. Sorry, Princess. Big up Annie. Follow Annie right now. Yeah, man. So you don't know the things that the people. We're outside, man. Big up Prezi. Prezi 45. Big up Prezi. Yeah, man. Eden Gym. Big up Eden Gym. It's Sadie. Big up. Yeah, man. Big up, you know. Yeah, man. All the vibes. More. Big up more. One love. Yeah, man. They are all it out, you know. Give thanks to the Almighty. Almighty, the greatest.
Try to make you go into a cell with like a sketchy person or something?
Oh yeah. When I was in the other jail, they put a racist in there, and this guy was lifting the leg weights with his arms. Like this guy was big, and there was no end in sight. It was 60 days in hindsight, but I didn't know that at any point in time, and I wasn't backing down, and neither were they. They didn't want to let me go, and I wasn't going to conform. So who's going to blink? Then they finally got the trial going. Took them forever to get that to happen because they couldn't get jurisdiction, and they just railroaded it. But at the end, I'm walking out after the judge gives me a sentence. You now owe me $300 million. Oh, that didn't work. That's right. So all of their oppression and whatever their whole agenda got undone at the last second. Boom, gone.
They try to make you.
Read some of my comment them about a video. About 45 days. Lynn Juris Christian comment on this video. I'm not sure what she say. But when somebody say first, Danny. About 45 days. That's 5 days past the federal limit. 95 days. Clean background, no arrest, no crime, no drugs. With no plea. Because no jurisdiction proven. No conviction, no verified complaint, no trial or evidence provided. My prosecutor. To my prosecutor. No trial or evidence provided. They use jail time to force by coercion and intimidation me to hire an attorney. Standing as a living woman, so jurors by special appearance, which they hated and discriminated against me for. I refused to consent, refused to hire attorney, objected the court-appointed attorney. Did not consent to that. They ordered not one, but 2 psychic eval. I never consent to those psychic tests. Portion knowing they were trying to break my personal jurisdiction, but attend the appointment and had a nice convo with the professional, and they deem me competent. Yet they order a second one deemed competent again, and all of this time was without ban. Kickback for each psychic eval, no doubt. They force a trial date, attempt to railroad me. I committed no crime whatsoever, even though they refused to provide proof of jurisdiction. I the judge and the prosecutor. So I went to the hearing to continue to challenge. I went to the hearing to continue to challenge jurisdiction and only give my living woman first name only, which stopped the hearing cold. When a judge is in conflict of interest, he doesn't have authority to give order, but he set up warrant and commitment as yet another threat to force me to yield. Rid of Mondemas lawsuit. Okay. Alright.
They tried to make you go into a cell with like a sketchy person or something. When I was in the
Yo, one portal, big up yourself. UK to Jamaica, you know. Big up all of UK. Yeah, man, big up Jamaica every time. One portal. Yo, let them know it's a portal. We used a portal back then before KR and R season. Bombarders. All them stuff we use now. Man, you see this portal. Yeah, man. You never need no technology. Yeah, see, man. Yeah, man. Anything we mine up, if it's open up a mine, man, and we gone in a different place. You know, it's all about, as a man, you know, it's all about that one. 3 girlfriends for the link. You know, I take no bus. One live in America. One live in England. One live like you. We don't take no bus. A portal, we don't take no plane. I walk. Like people used to think, say, oh, we used to walk. A portal, cause God, we born as God. I forget it. Yeah, man. I so walk across Barren Street, all them bumbo clad. I'm there, we don't walk, brother. Portal, we a portal. Portal out of this. Them powers are used to have, brother. Why I tell them corrupt mind and give people wrong information and misinformation. We get the roads and we get the powers them. Our ancestors they are not gonna make no car and a bike, you know why? Cause them thing there, I got analyze you. If you use it certain way. Yeah man, then take the portal from you man, but you bring it in back. I'm glad they have a name to remind the people them, cause you know they subconscious mind seeing way, you know. So you have a name there now. Yeah man, remind the people them who them are. Powerful name, yeah. One portal, hold them. Yeah man. Yeah man. Our ancestor now go make no bike and car and chuck with metal to go analyze because life we say, you know. The people have life, we are 9 eta being, 12 eta being, how much eta are we that high voltage? You understand? So we're up on high frequency, so we don't not gonna do nothing to analyze one another. Remember, so when the invader then come over here, man, they say most peacefulest people they ever see, kind, loving, sharing. Like when the man then reach where heaven, the man then reach the blood, see, the man then say no crime. We never had no prison. We never had no death toll, all them things there. I guess all a year, 10 years of 1,500 people die in this country. We never had nothing like that. It might be take all 1,000 years for a man dead to blood, see where people used to live long back then. Yeah, see me? I since the invader them. So I don't know where the invader come from, but I get to understand, so them come out of the Caucasus Mountain. Which one portal they did there? And then come through one of the portal. When the dog them portal, I never lock the portal. When the dog go portal, I never lock the portal. Some unknown being jump through the portal, you see me? Yeah man. Jump through the portal and reach so the Caucasus Island reach in Americas, you see me? When the dog they make a bad portal, I never lock the portal properly. And the Caucasus Island see opportunity to jump through it. And jump through it and reach in the blood clay, in the mountain there. Yeah, I get to understand. It makes sense. I remember Planet of the Bombardos Ape. Planet of the Ape. So I don't know if the dog them the portal go somewhere else. I never lock the portal properly. Because the dog them use the portal and go a different place and you collect specimens. Specimens of animal. Specimens of plant. You know what I mean? That's why the dog them use the portal and go to them thing there. Collect peer specimens. So come like when I specimen them or they never want jump through the portal to blood seed. I come fuck up the whole thing right now. So you see them all that try to figure out space. Every month Elon Musk launch a rocket figure out space. What the fuck? Every month you see one rocket a go space and then get blow up and then a year say, yo, Elon Musk or SpaceX or NASA. A real thing, dog. The portal, a real thing. Through the portal, the dog, them jump. And when we are portal, you know, come like we open up a portal and never lock it. And the Caucasus side, then jump through it. So then reach point Earth. Yeah, man, then come mess up it, dog. Oh, yeah, man, I know we dog, then never lock the portal go there, see me? I suck on the dog. Big up, brother. Yeah, you know what I mean? Some sit now go on and suck on the dog and jump through the portal with the dog. Like the dog never go tell the I want them. I'll be in a cave. I go raise and come like escape and go breed on egg. indigenous one them also comes and start spread. Guys, no way on earth. Man as my general, big up brother, you know, every time, you know. Yeah, man. Very passionate warrior, you know. Everybody follow Buddha right now, brother right now. Passionate about him work. And them teach you, just listen. Big up in a general.
Man, good man. I thought I could just rise up in a brother.
Rise a minute now, man. I give thanks to the Almighty. Yes, I.
Give thanks to the ancestors, you know. Another
Yeah,
day,
man.
another day, another miracle, you know. Give thanks.
Sure.
Pick up yourself one part all, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Almighty.
But you know, so me misunderstood in a bit, you know. We kind of misunderstood in a bit because every time people come on certain platform, Hello.
We know a shop, man. Fire off a bun. You don't know?
True. People misunderstood in a man because more time I talk to people who don't know certain things in the chat. They try to play down the thing, but then they get me ignorant. And make it ignorant. And people say, "Oh, we should speak people like that." Say, "Hold on, all right, you know, good man, you can have it in a man." Because people chat foolishness of who own people may talk about, and we try to correct them. Try to play down the thing that we don't exist anymore, you know. So when we get ignorant, people say, "Oh, you shouldn't talk to people like that." Say, "Hold on." It's a reaction, you know, man. Like, you just see me reacting and acting like, you know, it's all for nothing, you know. Where I'm getting so passionate and telling people to suck out them, you know, go suck an egg and anything. Because people just chat foolishness. Enough for people to chat a bag of foolishness, bro. And I'm just tired of the ignorance of our people. Like, they don't want to know nothing. They just really don't want to know nothing. They want us to be talking this babble, you see it? So, you know what it is in the radio.
Take a word for energy, man. To teach him us. Take a lot of energy and sometimes it'll get to you, you know, man. But that's how you go, man. You just have to do what you have to do, you know. And be yourself, you know?
Yeah, man. No, Richard. That's what I say, you know, not everybody can gravitate to me. You know, people who gravitate to other people, you see it. So you got Sovereign, you got many other people like yourself, you got Sovereign, you know, other people doing the same thing. Same objective, but they may come across different. Like me, I'm just gonna give it to you raw, unfiltered, like Trelawney rum, the drunk about your rum. So you know, I'm gonna sugarcoat nothing with nobody, better. Get it 100% overproof, right?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Where the ship go, you know? So me shop it sometime, man. Drop it sometime, but they don't know.
Yeah, so what you talk about, Richard? What you talk about? Me come in, you know, mid-sentence, you say you talk and you know? What you talk about?
Oh, me that say, oh, the Caucasian them forward in a portal. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, they're not from here, you see me?
You know where them come from? You know, come from around here, Richard. Maybe from outer space, extraterrestrial, I mean, you know, but they not come from around here, Richard. You know.
Yeah. Real meds, you see me? So you see every month Elon Musk try to go to space, like, he can come through the portal, but them a try left. Yeah, man.
And now they're not left. They want to go Mars, they want to go Pluto, they want to go Uranus, now let them place there, but they're not left yet, Richard. They're not left. They can't leave anyway. They can't leave, they're supposed to leave this road. Because look what they do to this round, bro. Yeah, look what they do to this round, bro. I don't know where them people come from. But they have the technology to go out. I mean, without our people, you know, behind the scenes or behind the scenes, but build certain things. So you even know about space and them type of things there, you understand? So what for our people, they wouldn't know about space.
Mm-hmm.
We are the inventors. We are the inventors, brethren. So, yeah. Big up yourself, Serena.
Yeah, man. For real, man. No doubt.
Serious, brother. Thing serious, man. As people just need to know, say this thing is very, very serious. Not no joke thing. Right? Ain't no Mickey Mouse thing in a brethren. People think this is a game you play. No, man. You think it's a game, but people not play a game. Are you a play? You alone a play a game in a brethren. We take this thing serious, but it's actually we, the people, People play say it's a game, not a game, bro. Identity is not a game. Heritage is not a game. People culture appropriating you for financial gain is not a game. It's not a game, right? You know, when you start in a bridging, if it is GTA or something like that, you get restart. You get no life. You have one life to live in a bridging. So people have to do the right thing in a bridging.
Every time.
You really big up yourself, Empress.
Every time, man. God, this thing on a game for real, man. Serious thing I go on. I don't know. Like, yo, these elders want to take everything for Mickey Mouse thing, you see me? Like, yo.
And it's them that's caused it, brother. It's them, All of them put out the misinformation and propaganda in the bridging. Right? It comes to a point in time where you just got to just, the accountability falls upon the elder generation, because they went against the elders. It's not like we go against the elders. We're the younger generation, and what I find is so preposterous, and crazy to me is that the elder generation before we, the 50s and 60s generation, them born and grow with them elders, brethren. So it's kind of like, how did you never get information, but the second generation after you, the second generation after you, get information and they tell you, the story what the ancestors tell. Like we take what ancestors the younger generation take the ancestors, word for word. But the other generation didn't take the answers for their word, Bridget. They try to say them are liars and they don't know where them come from. All that type of Mickey Mouse thing,
That going for real, man, you see me? Because invasion, man, and when they come with a different teaching, show off a lot of frequency, you see me?
True. But people are like, you tell them, the elders tell them to be Indian, but they're like some type of joke. And when you speak to the elders, they know. The ones who give you information, they say, yeah, they can work with the elders, them are India, like we. So I was like, so why did you go get your ancestors? Why did you go get your family members? Because it was cool, this Pan-African thing was trending and very popular. Yeah? So you turn your back on your ancestors and you spat on their face. And you turn your back on them. No, it's a wicked thing, brother. A wicked thing them doing, brother. A wicked psyche them play amongst the people. I mean, the sellouts them I talk.
Yes, a real talk, man. Deep, man. A serious thing, man. And if you stop now, you see me? People want to know who they are. You understand from the day them born. You know what I mean? People want them true identity. Serious thing, man.
How you talk, man? Maybe you pick up yourself, man. Good afternoon, baby.
Hey, what's up? Hey.
I'm alright, though.
Love to hear it. What you guys talking about? What's Thanks and brother talking about?
This man came on about 2 minutes ago. I hear Spinks, I talk about the thing about how Caucasian people come. They're not from this world.
Yeah.
From outer space. They're a legal alien. They're an alien. They're a spaceman. Understand? So we don't know where them come from. Even Spinks are asking, but I don't know. There's been speculation that some people come from, drugs. Yeah, man. Caesar, them thing there. There's this whole heap of hypothesis about these people. Brainstorm where them come from. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where them come from exactly. I can't tell you where them exactly come from. Just ask them.
Big up everyone in Poland, GNN. Yes, I respect, man. Anything ready? Forward up, man.
Greetings, fam. We're going to go into the Jamaican and Akan connection. Now, there are a lot of people in the Caribbean as well as in South America who stand 10 toes down to the fact that they are Africans. Don't call me American, yada, yada, yada. So if you know anyone who's adamant that they are actually an African, you might want to share this video with them. In fact, please do share it with them while we go through the history of the Jamaicans, the Akan, the Igbos, the Gullah Geechee, and all the other people who they say come from modern-day Africa. The colonizers' false version of history tells us that people came from modern-day Africa to America in this transatlantic slave trade. Let's take a look at when the Bight of Biafra was established. It was established in June 30, 1849. Now, prior to the Biafra in Nigeria being established, there was actually one in Cameroon. And the origins of Biafra in Cameroon was said to have been around 1710. Here, we have caught the colonizers in a lie. Take a look at this newspaper clipping, and it's clearly talking about Williamsburg, Virginia. In March 11, 1766, there was an Igbo who they commanded to prison. It says Igbo Negro that ran away, and they were looking for him. They described the outfit that he was wearing. They said that he was wearing a cotton jacket. Now, it also says that he was wearing buckskin breeches. Who else wears breeches, my friends? The Israelite priests. And this is what the breeches look like. In order to cover their nakedness, the priests, when they were doing priestly duties, they were told to wear the breeches so that their flesh was not exposed. So now stay with me. If the Igbo people were actually literally brought from modern day Africa, why is it that the Bight of Biafra was established in 1849, but this Igbo Negro was being pursued in 1766? Not only that, in Prince Edward, Virginia, there's a place called Israel Hill. And why do they call it Israel Hill? Well, it's because it was Israelites that lived there. It was the Igbos. Let's get more into the Jamaican and Akan connection. Did you know that there was a heavy Igbo presence in Jamaica? Absolutely. The Igbo slaves were distinguished physically by their yellow skin tones. Today in Jamaica, red Igbo is used to describe people with light skin tones. And why are they called red? Personally, I believe it has everything to do with the fact that they are American Indians. Because you can clearly see the skin complexions. I mean, it was every skin complexion swarthy, and they were also red, the Israelites. And the Igbos are no different, because they are originally from America, and they were dumped in Africa, with all of the rest of the that are in modern day Africa. Junkanoo, yes. Guess who it originated from? The Igbo. Yes, Junkanoo is from the Igbo. Many of the Igbo language words with the Jamaicans.
Of this African woman. This is I don't like this woman, you know, because there's no evidence that supports none of them bomber clock things. Yes, I see certain things, but there's no actual evidence. So I don't know why this woman from the United States, she's got locks, talking, say, better, this movie a blood clot, man. We're not African now. We're not Igbos, none of that bomber clot, no Akan, none of that bomber clot thing. No, it's kind of just pissed me off. I know what she's saying. I know what she's saying that they're from the island though, but they're from the Americas. But I mean, the reality is they ain't from the Americas though.
They're from America.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, they're not. We have no. What I mean is, right? You can't find nothing that points at the fact the artifacts I'm referring to, artifacts of Igbo people in the Jamaica, for example, or the Caribbean. There's none. There's none. You know, so I mean, I don't give none of them
Exactly.
misinformation people are
That's
put
true.
out, you know, about Igbo and Akan, but we don't know about Akan. We don't know about Akan. Really and truly, people say about Jamaican people Akan, but when you go to these people,
All
they
the
say
time.
about Comanche. Yeah. Say, but I don't know what you're talking about. Comanche and them things. That's a language. That's a place in Ghana, but that's all they know about it. They don't know what language you're speaking to know about. They don't know what you're talking about. Most majority of them Africans don't know what the hell we're talking about when we say certain things. It sounds, stupid, dunce. You're not intelligent. You don't know where you come from. Still begging to be booked. You understand? That's how I personally feel about that. People spreading a bag of mislies and a bag of.
True.
Because if we start researching our own history from our perspective as being indigenous Korean people, it will shock all the people putting out this information.
Yeah, man, that's what she said, man. You know what I mean? But how she presented, you know? Yeah, man, like she try to mix in, but a totally different species. Really, I don't know.
Yellow skin. It's better. We have yellow skin and red skin, Virgin. All Americans have yellow and red skin. What the hell you talk about? Eh? So you're saying brownings. So we shouldn't say browning. We must call out women browning because I'm brown. Right? Which I said that Igbo. Move your blood clot. Move your blood clot. We're not hearing none of them things. Because we see newspaper articles about Igbo and these things, but there's no evidence of that. Reality, there's no evidence of that. Like we know that some people giving people artifacts and say, yeah, hold on to this and this, prove that you're African in the Caribbean. We're not African, Virgin. None of the people in the Caribbean are African. None. It's a fantasy that them try to paint about people want to sell out and take the bait and get more to be African.
Yeah. Hit man. Yeah,
Hold on.
try everything we originate everything. I'm gonna try to take everything so John gonna come from. John gonna come from Nigeria.
Don't come from them people. You see, he speaks, even don't clock it down. Because what I read about Junkuno, that's native to the Caribbean, native to Barbados, native to if it's native to Barbados, then it's native to the other islands. When we look at Junkuno and look at the characters, yes, because I put a video out in Jamaica early 1900s, brother, like 1940s, like the Windrush time. No, I'm good, man. I'm good. So there's people talking about how it's been an old time tradition in Jamaica, right? And we're talking about the characters like the woman with the belly. Is it Mad Michelle? Is it Mad Michelle? And you got the donkey, then you got the wild Indian, and you got another Indian. So you got two Indians in the in that performance at Junkuno. They say beep 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 beep. They're playing tambourine and maraca and them are dancing them thing there. That's not to do with Africa. That's the indigenous to where we come from, Virgin. We're sick and tired of people trying to Africanize our culture, Virgin. Challenge to African people. We're not African known yet. Just because some people from the Caribbean or the Americans went over there and they adopt some of our culture doesn't mean it comes from them. Even the language, the same thing with the language, it don't come from them, it comes from our people. People need to understand that innocent.
Yo, seriously, see it, man. Yo, Ross, big up.
Yo, man, what are you saying?
Yes,
What's up, Rossi?
Hi, I'm good. You good?
Hey. Yeah, I'm not too bad, thanks.
Oh, that's good. Everything Irie.
Always.
Yo, brother.
Yourself.
Big up,
Your
big
balance
up.
with you. Yeah, but we're just tired, bro. We're just tired of people chatting rubbish on our days.
Yeah. Obviously,
Hey,
not.
go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say. Obviously, no one knows what happened in that transatlantic theory or whatever. But I would just like to comment that I personally, not to oppose you, but I personally think that obviously there's some Caribbeans that are obviously of African descent because they bear African phenotypes, which is like the broad nose, the big lips. I know it's in many black people, but there's a specific facial structure that African people have that is also in the diaspora. Yeah.
What that doesn't mean okay, but you could say that, and I could show you pictures and artifacts of American Indians that have that type of, traits that you're talking about: big nose or wide nose and big lips. You can look at some of the Olmec statues that have the same type of features, Reggie. They're not African; they're indigenous, Reggie. So I mean, with American Indians overall, there's several phenotypes and it's very diverse. We come in shades of 32 brown, right? There's a 32 shades of brown. That's why I say that, right? Our skin is totally different from African people. Even the darkest ones are the ones that have the so-called genetics or trait that you're talking about, like big nose and spread nose and big lips. The skin tone totally different from African people. Our skin tone is totally different. Look at African people's skin tone and compare it with any American, like they have a different skin tone to ours. Even though it could be you can find the darkest West Indian and find one of the African people. And even in the sunlight, Betty, you see who's who. You see the people are dark. The darkest Caribbean person got a red undertone in their skin.
Yeah.
Like burgundy per se.
Yeah. Well, I never thought of it like that. Thank you for enlightening me.
Yes. That's cool. All it is a different perspective, bro. Or more of an indigenous perspective than, a European perspective that they force on our people by way of education system,
Yeah. And obviously also like, have you heard about the Mansa Musa's voyage?
That's fake though. I heard about it, but they do evidence in the sale in America. No evidence, no findings, just a story. Same thing like the idea of Bruce being from Ghana. It's a story. There's no evidence or proof that she was ever from Africa, or even Ghanaian. So it would make more sense. Yeah, she's Jamaican. She's a native Jamaican woman. She ain't African. She's from the island. She's a native.
Okay.
Like her grandparents are natives, and we are native descendants of them. So that's how they think of it.
Yeah. I see your point.
But I mean, by the people that do research, they look at the surface levels, isn't it? And the surface level was told them that they're not from the Americans, they're not from the Caribbean. But when you do thorough research, what you find is that, you've been lied to, bro. Like, we're actually from the Americans. That's our home. You've got no home in Africa. Africa is not our home. Will never be our home. Even when you try and move there, people are always reminding that you're not from here. You're foreign. You have no indigenous rights. You've got no land rights. You can never buy land out there. It's just lies. Like, to be honest with you, Africa, for our people, is a place of punishment. Right? It's a place where they be punished, bro, because they're away from their families. They're exiled. So the people that went over there were exiled. Like, our people I'm talking about.
Yeah. I want to say, I've heard about the what's that concept called? But what about the Rastafarian faith, where they believe Ethiopia is heaven and yeah.
Okay, good question. So, what they practice is like the chanting and banging drums and all of that stuff they do. Because of a person called Marcus Garvey and Leonard Howard. Yes, these are both named Jamaican people.
Yeah.
Right. So
he was a Freemason.
Leonard Howard. That's correct. That's correct. So who brought that ideology to the Rastafarians, or to Marcus Garvey, shall we say? Because Marcus Garvey and Leonard Howard adopted that, and that's coming from an Arab that gave that ideology, right? So their own when he gave them that, and they took it up and start chatting that. So I mean, when people, right?
Oh, sorry, you're breaking up. Can you guys hear him?
We can't hear you.
Brother, we can't hear you, brother.
I want to break up in general.
We could have leave that.
We couldn't hear you.
Leave that nonsense.
Give
me a second, innit?
Yeah.
Give me a second, I'll tell you. Give me a second. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah. Alright, so what I was saying is, that ideology was brought to Rastafarian or to Leonard Howard or Marcus Garvey by Arab man. He gave them the ideology, right? And then, as you said, as you rightfully stated, that they were Freemasons, which is true. Marcus Garvey was a Freemason. I don't know about Leonard Howard, but I do know Marcus Garvey was a Freemason when he came to England. He got knighted, and he swore oath, right? Yeah. So regarding the Rastafarian ideology that you were asking me, my personal opinion, I was basically saying that there's videos and newspaper articles highlighting the tension and the issues between the Ethiopian community, the native Ethiopians in Tashomani, and Americans and Caribbean people who believe that nonsense that they're from over there. So the issue that we see today in 2026 and going back into 1995, right? That is that they've been unalived. The Ethiopians saying they have their home, they don't have no land there, and basically, you're. One second.
No. I was just going to mention that it was funny that he mentioned Ethiopia, because it's interesting, as Ethiopia is actually the home of where our Abrahamic religions were birthed, such as Christianity and the Arab faith. I don't want to say their faith in case you get banned. And what's it called? The other faith, yeah. The three Abrahamic religions were birthed from Ethiopia, because all the traditions in the last one, the Star of David people, they came from Ethiopia back in the days where it was connected to Kemet, because ancient Egypt or Kemet gave order to the world, and they called the horned Africans, like Somalia, Ethiopia, Eritrea, the land of the gods, because I think it was because like they were so structured in civilization and stuff like that, yeah. And there were many and I think the Arabic prophet that created that religion, he was a voyager. That means he was a camel rider. He used to drop a lot of people off through the desert, and apparently once he crossed, once he landed in Ethiopia, what do you call it? He got to the ways of the Ethiopians, and then he came back to Saudi Arabia and interpreted it in his own manner. That's why Ethiopia can sound a bit like utopia, because they preach heaven, but little do they know that heaven's on earth. That's what I want to say. Okay.
Yeah, man. Real medicine, no? Give thanks for your info, man.
Yeah, man.
Well, your religion start, but before religion, we never have no religion. You see me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We're highly, that's a spiritual people.
Yeah.
This religion ties us to a legion.
Mm-hmm.
Which legion that? Some devil legion thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Kind of say religion of the Christianity. Amount of people they unalive.
Yeah.
Amount of people they unalive. All of them are just unalive people. They come like a nothing because of religion. Because they take a legion to the devil. You get blood, you see me?
Yeah, I see.
Born religion.
Yeah, it's dominance. Although I'm a Christian myself, I still try to be open-minded and what do you call it? I mix my spirituality with my Christian faith, because I know that the true Jesus didn't come to preach religion. He came to preach the righteous spirituality, which can be found in a concept called Christianity. Because Christian, I know I'm not West Indian and Unruly. I'm Cameroonian. I'm African. Christian at its core means to be Christ. There's even a word from Egypt, karas, meaning high consciousness of Heru or Horus.
Mm-hmm. But my understanding now, the Almighty said if you know your name, and the Almighty no name Jesus. The Almighty no name, none of them name there. And when to come and tell everybody, say, oh, make sure you know your name, you see me?
Yeah.
I know say them put your name in the Bible. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you Amos 4:13, right?
Amos 4:13.
In the King James version, they might put host. But in the other version, they name Almighty. You see me, Lord God Almighty.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah.
you get what I say? Same name. So when I come and tell me about Jesus, me born Jesus. When I come and tell me about Allah, me born Allah. When I come and tell me about the Pope, me born the Pope. Me born the Queen, me born the King.
Mm-hmm.
One Almighty. You see me? Born the police, born the judge. You see me?
Yeah.
One judge and I Almighty, one Lord, one Savior.
Yeah. Nature.
Yeah, man, Almighty I, man. So, you listen to the man in Jesus teaching and him. Yeah, I go the Christ thing, because the Christ, you have to reach a Christ level.
Yeah.
You see the Almighty face, you see me?
Yeah.
And the Christ level you reach now, you have to be innocent, and pure in your soul, you see me?
Yeah.
And your teaching, and you're going out in and out every day. You have to reach a Christ level there, you see me?
Yeah, I see.
And you got ascend.
Yeah, 100%. Is it me or is he pause?
You can't game. I see the Almighty face, isn't it?
Sorry, you paused. Your screen paused. Sorry, I didn't get the phone.
Yeah, signal there. Oh, signal chop. January. So I want Wi-Fi. Man, do thing with general. The Wi-Fi going to work back up. The Wi-Fi signal drop. Man, kind of broke up.
Yeah. Yeah, everything is just scientific. You just gotta know how to orientate the metaphysic, which is the spiritual of the science.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Metaphysics and the physical, I don't know. Just find a way of it. You man over them.
Yeah.
Equally.
This is interesting, but I still also. What are your opinions on this statement? I believe heavily that what do you call it? It's important that if you're spiritual, you should at least read the Bible.
No, I don't believe that. Why would you need to read a book if you're spiritual? Like, you can see the star, you can see the moon,
Oh yeah, true,
nature, all of them things, they are spiritual. Like, and you never needed a book to know right from wrong. It's innate. And for some, if it's not innate, obviously, yeah, it's corrupt. You do have people that commit crazy crimes around the world.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're out of touch with reality, innit? But you know, right, it's innate.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I feel like the Bible's just some ego thing, and men love to use it, especially as it pertains to submitting to a man for, you know, like relationship and all that bullshit and marriage and shit. That shit don't work in me, because baby, if I say I don't believe in that shit, you can't use that shit against me. You know what I mean? Like a woman wants this, a man, fuck all of that shit.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah,
and you're right.
Yeah, the Bible's for men, because they need to feel that level of importance in a world that's actually naturally feminine anyway. Like,
yeah, even language is feminine.
Yeah, man, fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, I notice in the Bible, or you know, I'm using the Bible. It always states that you have to be on the right hand side of God. It says that because it's all about the right hemisphere of the brain, which is feminine, and the left side is, which we are left side dominant, meaning we are logical, is masculine. Yeah. Maybe I need to detach myself from the Bible as well.
You don't need it at all, but some people use the Bible for like spells and
like Psalms.
Yeah, they use it for that.
Yeah.
It's got a frequency, I guess.
Book of Psalms. Why though? The words got frequency.
Yeah, because they have intention. There's direct words have meaning, direct intention that materialize your reality. And and there's a lot of powerful prayers in Psalms that give access to that power.
For real?
Yeah. But I believe the Book of Psalms was written by Shakespeare, not David or the prophets, because if you go to Psalm 42, I think you scroll down, you count 42 words. It says shake, and then you count 42 words again. It says spear. It's all in code.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Never noticed that.
But as much as I love the Bible, I can't deny that it is a Freemasonic book.
Psalms, like you say, got frequency to it, for real.
Yeah.
Ain't a joke. Psalms 42, you say?
Yes, now wait, let me go to it now.
Psalms 42. As the deer pants for the water brook, so pants my soul for you, O God. My soul thirsts for God, for the living God. When shall I come and appear before God? Is it Psalm 142 or Psalms 42? My tears have been my food day and night, while they continually say to me, where is your God? When I remembered these things, I pour out my soul within I, for I used to go with the multitude. I went with them to the house of God Almighty, with the voice of joy and praise, with a multitude that keep a pilgrim feast. Why are you cast down, O my soul? Why are you disquieted within I? Hope in God, for I shall yet praise him, for the help of his countenance. O my God, my soul is cast down within I. Therefore I will remember you from the land of the Jordan, and from the heights of Hermon, and from the hill Mizar. Deep calls unto deep at the noise. All your waves and billows have gone over I. The Lord will command his loving kindness in the daytime, and in the night his song shall be with I.
Yeah.
A prayer to the God of I life. I will say to God, I rock, why have you forgotten I? Why do I go mourning? Because of the oppression of the enemy. More hear them, you know. I see them I put mourning and saying I Bible with oppression. So I continue. As with a breaking of my bone, my enemies reproach I, while they say to I all day long, where is your God? Why are you cast down, O my soul? And why are you disquieted within I? Hope in God Almighty, for I shall yet praise him, the
Which
help
psalm
of
are you
my
reading, by the way?
countenance and my God. Hmm?
What book in Psalms are you reading, by the way? I mean, page.
That's 42.
Yeah, I said it was it's
That's what they say
46.
Shakespeare was in, yeah? It's 142.
No, I made a mistake. I said it was 46. But read from 46 page chapter 46 3.
46.
Yeah, Psalms 46 3 to 9. It has and count the amount of words between them. It has shake and spear.
So 46.
46
3.
3. Yeah.
Man. Oh, you see it. Fountain shake within its swelling. Alright. God is our refuge and strength. And then I go 6 page down. On 46 word and it code geometria.
Yeah.
Geometria. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, going 46 word fan shake, right?
Yes, 46.3 to 46.9.
The Lord of Hosts. They don't call him the Lord of Hosts, but the Lord God. Yeah.
I've got to quickly run now.
Okay,
I'll be
okay,
back.
that's interesting.
I've got to quickly run now. I'll be back.
Good for you, it's deep.
See you soon.
Okay, see you.
Bye.
Come on, thanks for your insight. Yeah,
Yeah, thank you. I followed you by the way, but I'll be back. If it's
man. Thanks for your follow. Respect. Yeah, follow back. Big up everyone who give me a follow. You don't know. As long as you follow me, I follow you back. Sometimes it might take a minute to get there, but I will get there. Yeah, man, we all grow together. Thanks for your follows. Yo, Red Gem, big up, Riri. Very, very insightful program. Psalms 46. Everybody get there. Don't know. Yeah, man. Cool. What is on the screen? Screenshot it and check it out for yourself. It's very powerful.
You've been wondering why so much smoke coming up off the highway?
touchdown in the airport. Track suit, I'm an Air Force. All of my gal, them love me. All the one that say my ugly. She gon' spot me. Charged under a statute that specifically says it's a Fourth Amendment right to private property. That's if you have a license plate issued by the state, and let's say it has a 3 on it, you pay it legally in it, well, then you just altered their property. Does not cover private issue plates, private property. Same thing with issuing false identification. You can walk up to them with a napkin with a stick figure and your name right across. Here's my ID. They cannot charge you with false identification because that statute nationwide is only applicable to an identification that they issue. If you have a driver's license issued by the state and you alter somebody, yeah, you can be charged because now you're altering their property, but it does not apply to private identification whatsoever. Charged under a statute that specifically is it a final judgment in the eyes of the court? No, they thought it was, but it wasn't final unless an examination of the record shows that there were 4 legs on that tape, which means you go back and look at that record. And if there was never any, it was a 3-legged tape. I'm not saying will or shall, I'm saying can. Another Texas case. Although judgment entered after conventional trial on the merits is presumed final under Texas law, summary judgments and default judgments are not entitled to such presumption. Wasn't it? It means they're not over until you want them to be over. It ain't over until it's over. And who controls that? Who empowers the court? Is it a final judgment in the eyes of the court? No. They thought it was, but it wasn't final.
What people don't talk about when it comes to the driver's license is that it's an Haitian contract, which means it's a take it or leave it contract with a set of rules. But here's the key part. Lack of disclosure means constructive fraud and misinterpretation. Well, because under an Haitian contract, ultimate rights, they lose their constitutional protections. They're not told they're a driver, which is a job, which is work. They're not getting compensated for being employed by the agency, which is there. For some people, it's the Department of Transportation. For others, it's the Department of Public Safety. So which, by the way, is above the DMV. That's who you got to go send your letters to. So when people are complaining that you can't fix your car, you can't
want to teach you. I don't want to just help you extinguish your mortgages, guys. I really like people who want to learn the process, so don't mind me, all right? This is how I teach. But if you are a grantor, that means you're granting something. That means, guess what? You are the one that funded this contract. And for those of you that get a little ahead, yes, this contract is a trust, and you should know where I'm going with this. So you're going to scroll all the way down in your deed of trust, and you're going to see this beautiful, beautiful section called Transfer of Rights in the Property. When you get to this section, y'all, all right, it's one to read. The security instrument secures to lender the repayment of the loan and all renewals and modifications of the note. I'm going to say that again. The security instrument, meaning this deed of trust, this security deed, this deed of trust, whatever the hell they want to call it, right, secures to the lender the repayment of the loan. Stop right there. So you telling me the actual instrument itself pays for itself? That's exactly what this just told you. Y'all overcomplicated because you weren't taught how these things work. You weren't taught how to actually perform, okay? We don't pay for things around here. We perform our duties. Stay with me. You got to start learning what these words really mean, okay? So that means the security instrument basically pays for itself, y'all. That's exactly what this means. All renewals and modifications of no loan, it don't matter what they do, flip-flop, whatever they want to do with it. It pays for itself. Fact check me. Y'all know how I roll. All right, the continuation. You're going to then go to a section and you're going to see this thing called RESPA. One of my favorite parts. RESPA. If there is a surplus of funds held in an escrow as defined under RESPA, the lender shall. Did it say the lender might? Huh? It says shall, all right, shall. The lender shall account to borrow for the excess funds in accordance with RESPA. So that means if there's extra money laying around that they made on you, which we know they did because I taught you guys already on my previous videos that they hypothecate your loans. We're not there yet. I'm trying to help y'all just learn the vocabulary, all right? So that tells me if there's money left on. So if the borrower is always defined as the grantor, we ask if there's money left over, somebody owes me some money. So how are you in a foreclosure if there's money lingering around? Y'all got to pay attention. You ever wonder why when you're getting a foreclosure and then the state takes your property, but somehow there's surplus funds in an account waiting on you to claim it? If you thought I knew I had money in this account, you think I would have let my home go in foreclosure? I mean, America they just playing in our faces, y'all, but don't worry. That's why we study the game in, where is it? I read. It's somewhere over here. Don't bother me. Anyways, and that's what RESPA says. This is why I love reading and I love learning and understanding these words, because in RESPA, after you dig just a little bit, y'all, it literally said, baby, I need that to be available within 30 days. I don't give a damn what you have to do. Go call Susan, go call Caleb, go call whoever rescues you. I don't care who you need to call. You got 30 days to give me my money, okay? That's what RESPA said. I didn't make the rules. They did. Stay with me, all right? So right under that, y'all, typically this is right under the RESPA section in your deed of trust. It's going to say, upon payment in full of all sums secured by this security instrument. Lord, they just keep playing in y'all faces. They're telling you that the instrument pays for itself. They're telling you that the loan literally pays for itself. Once you sign that loan, they went and invested it in the market, and it's doing this. It's called circulating the economy. Anyways, I'm gonna stop because y'all not getting it. The loan paid for itself. It says lender shall. Oh my God. Y'all, they want you to go get your money promptly. They didn't say, I'm gonna figure it out. Am I gonna pay you back? No. They said promptly. It says lender shall promptly refund to borrow any funds held by lender. In so many ways, they're telling you, if you don't claim your money, I ain't gonna force you to come get your money back. It's you don't want to claim it, I'll keep it in my pocket. Man, listen, it's a struggle. So now I want to ask you, why are you in foreclosure? Why are you in foreclosure? Foreclosures can be stopped within a week with this process, y'all. Why are you in foreclosure? I know we had fun, and I'm trying to get you guys to understand your contracts, but listen, my name is Sunset Monet. Again, I'm not here to give you legal advice. I'm here to remind you of your rights, because if you do not use them, you have none. Guys, mortgages are easier to do because the verbiage is in the contract itself. Okay, if you have a car or if you have a mortgage and you don't want to pay it no more, you like, I'm over this and I want to extinguish my debt. I need you to comment the word car or comment the word mortgage so we can help you get rid of that damn mortgage within 90 days. All right, my schedule just opened. If there's money left over, you actually understand the meaning of words. You need to understand the meaning of words. And shout out to Don Kalam for this, because he teaches about this in the private life. The word children means property of a corporation. So those are not your children. That is your son and that is your daughter. People don't understand that these words have meaning. And if you don't study the meaning of words as it pertains to the government, then you're already out of disservice anyway. Because you think you're a parent that rents. No, you're not. You are a mother and a father. So the more they try to deter you from the origins of words and meanings, it's something else going on behind the scenes, and you need to do a little more digging. You need to disassociate, and I always say this, and live in the private, because as they're moving and shifting these things in the corporations that you're operating in, you have no idea how this directly affects you, but yet you're operating in it every day.
So if this, okay, go ahead.
I just want to say this because you mentioned something, and I don't know if y'all know this is actually happening twice that I've seen it, and it was two women who had to go to court because of the government. She had to go to court because she did not want to have her child at the hospital. And they had to bring her to court, and the judge ruled in one case that she had to have her child at the hospital.
You see?
Like they were, and the lady said, how is it you're telling me that I have to have my child? I'm not having, there's no risk for my body, there's no risk for the child. I prefer not to go to any of those places like that. I want to have, and she said, I've had all my other kids at home. Why is it you control it? And literally they had, the Department of Children and Family Services, what they have in Florida.
What did I say?
They had all those different entities there putting a case of why she did not need to have this child there, and the judge ruled that she could not have a child at home.
So I'll add to that, Willie. Thank you for bringing. You know, signing as a witness to your own child, and that child does not belong to you unless you detach them from the state corporation. You don't know these things until you're in DCF court, child support court, and you're hearing the verbiage and language that they're using in the courts, and you're like, you think that you understand, but you have no idea the understanding of what these corporations are actually doing.
And how they're using it
Correct.
against you
Correct.
until it's too late.
You actually understand the meaning of words. These communities, this is why I say it's such a dangerous thing to call us people of color. I think we made the biggest mistake by saying people of color. Don't group us. Black people are in one corner, everybody else is against us. Let's make it very clear. This is why I say I need to know who my allies are. You see how he felt so bold?
Yes.
You know he's supported by the community. You know the white people support him. You know everybody else think this way of us. So stop grouping us as people of color. We are the black people. We are belonging in one group. Okay? We don't belong in no group with any other minority, because Asian guy, if you're so bold, if you don't need the black dollar, here's the thing. Do what the white people did back in history when they hated us so much that they didn't even want our money. So how about you go create those businesses in the white neighborhoods? I'll wait. Okay, you can't. Exactly. Because they won't allow you to go build those businesses in their neighborhoods and circulate your dollar there, right? You have to come to our neighborhoods so you can circulate your money in our neighborhoods. This is why I tell black people we need to keep their money circulating back in the black economy, black entertainers, black people that are celebrities, whatever you call it. Y'all need to understand that it's them against us, and we need to make sure that the dollar is circulating back into our own economy, because everybody feels so bold to call us out. Everybody is saying, oh, I bet you they won't spend their dollar here and there. Show them what we can do. Okay?
That's what that
we
was.
own this.
That was a call to action. That was a call to say, prove.
Big up execution every time. Come on. Big up yourself, my Jenna. Big up everyone who passed through on the live. You don't know. Big up Riri.
Thanks, my
Yeah, man. I didn't even
Riri, what's going on?
Sorry.
You talking about the system and how they own your kids?
Yeah, this is some video. You don't know. Yeah, private. How the system of the people, them. Yeah, man. Knowledge is power, you know?
Yeah, man. Yeah. We talked a little bit about it yesterday, man. These people just got your mind so under control. They'll have you thinking that you're doing something illegal and you're not.
Yeah. Shit. That's another part too. That's crazy. You know what I mean? The issue need to be fixed. Like, wow. What's going on, you know?
Yeah, man. I don't know if it's enough, or I think one of the things is individually, you might have to figure out how to get out of it individually, because as a whole, you just got too many groups, too many people that got opposing point of views. They don't really understand about the unity part.
That's what's up for real. Unity is strength, you know?
Come on, how
That's what we need.
you know what I mean? Like how a small group of people control a large minority. Come on.
Yeah, how is that possible, man? Something not right. Something done right. And you know, allow the law of your abuse just like that. That's crazy. And everyone just agreed to it. Like something not right.
Disagree to it, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, these people, AI, like, are these people even real? You know what I mean? Yeah, man. I'll be thinking,
Yeah.
what's going on? Wake up, people. Man, we have to wake up, you know?
Yeah, the people that wake up, they got them criminalized. They criminalize the people that wake up. It's big mind control game going on.
Yeah. That's what's going on. They're targeting the woke ones. Try put all type of charges on them. You gotta stay out their way. And be smart. Especially for drugs. Shit. There are a lot of youth for drugs out there. That's not even a crime. It's like what they're saying, what they think is a crime is not a crime, you know? But marijuana, that's not even a crime. Not a person got locked up for that. Transporting, distribution, possession. And I say, wow, a lot of family get destroyed for that. A lot of judge owning. It's crazy. I keep letting things happening.
Pick up yourself, speaks, VBSQ, pick up yourself. You had a phone call, man.
Because we can't even. Yeah, man, have a good evening. Step we a step.
Yeah, so that's why to finish up. Other guy asked me a question. If you're still there, bro, press one if you're still in the chat.
Come
About
on
Ali
and play the
Selassie,
track.
about the Pan African thing, you know. So as I was
Yeah.
saying to the guy,
Yeah.
so as I was saying, bro. I mean, the reason why I don't rock with that Pan African thing, bro, it was yes, go on mute, bro. I'm getting feedback. I'm getting
I get
reverb, bro.
feedback.
Yeah.
My fault, man.
Yeah. Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, man. Yo, execute. Go on mute. Go on mute. Yeah. Thank you. So to that guy in the chat, if he's still there, I'm gonna ask you a question now, innit? I had a phone call. Yeah, so fam. So what I was saying was basically, bro, execute. Go on mute, bro. Go on mute, bro. Go on mute, bro. I'm getting feedback every time I speak. You put your mic on, bro. I'm getting feedback, bro. I'm hearing myself when I'm speaking. Yeah, so as I was saying, right. Yeah, that Pan African thing, I don't work with that because I know it's misguiding people and So as I was saying, so Leonard Howell and Marcus Garvey, pretty much push something that is not true, right? And they were Freemasons, like you said. My God, fuck off, man. Fuck off, push crap, fuck off, man. But he was a sellout, right? Nobody in the Caribbean at that time he was alive ever agreed with his position or his stance of returning to Africa or going after Africa. Nobody believed that. He exiled from Jamaica. He exiled from Jamaica because the Jamaicans knew their heritage, knew where they're coming from, and they knew they weren't from over there. So he was trying to push something that the Jamaicans did not agree with. I told him to leave. He didn't want to leave, to unalive him. So when he went to the United States, they fought for that propaganda. He never worked on the West Indian people. He worked on people in the United States, right? And he was funded. So he was funded by YT people. Political Water Platform. He was funded by them for this movement, this Pan-African movement. Like I said, it goes back to Arab, and he was funded by the Ku Klux Klan as well. That's why I don't work with them people ever.
Yeah, man. Now let her go on for what I go on. All the false narrative will be spreading. It is crazy. You some catch on to it. So, I repeat them narrative then. my God. Big up everybody on the live.
I don't know if you've seen what's been happening in Yard lately with the fires and the blackouts.
Respect, big up to the chat.
Yeah. Big up Obi. One Obi. Respect. Yes, executioner, real mates.
Think the people waking up is? You think that's what that is, or what you think about that?
Okay. Yeah, okay. Cause you say the fire them will break out in the car lots, right?
Yeah, right in Yard, fire breakout, power outages.
Okay. I tell you, a lot go on, man. When you see them power outage, there are things are move, some big equipment are move across the earth. You know, nobody see. You understand? Some big things are move.
Yeah, you got ships.
When I see them.
Gunships parked in Yard, facing Cuba.
Yeah, man, them a move some secret stuff. So then it cause them black out them, man. Some, you know what I mean? And ship out a sea a wait pon it. I don't know how them a wait pon. How them a move out of Jamaica, so. Ship out a sea a wait pon it. Warship a protect it. Something massive them a move, man.
They had some soldiers in the hotel, but once the soldiers left the hotel, after that the blackouts came. Why not before when they was in the hotel? Why only after?
What them a protect something major, I don't know how them a move. But something major them a protect. They cause the biggest warship for come guard it. But I don't know why them a move so big, dog. Maybe on nuclear weapon or something. Them a place it somewhere.
Gotta do something, bro. You might be able to intercept it. Keep your eyes open.
So major them a do. That's the thing that going on.
Bro, you know what I realized? Just like I had shared that that video in the chat about the 100 tons of gold that India, the girl on the video said that they stole it. She by accident.
You know what I mean? Like when a lot of this stuff is going on, they moving stuff around. Just like with the Trade Center, they was saying, you know, that a month or so before that actually went down, they moved the gold out, the gold reserves and the silver bullion. So sometimes with these things, like, you know, that's what's going on. They're hiding the wealth, you know, or they're moving it. Yeah, put a lot of stuff in your face, make it look like, you know, there's something else going on, or that they might be doing something else, but they really just hiding wealth, you know. Yeah. Who knows?
Move a lot of gold the other day.
A lot. But yeah.
Yeah, never mind. Jamaica found one, you know. Big mine, you know, go on.
Yeah. It's I wouldn't say big because they think so small, man. You know, a greedy person can never he can never see the real value in people. Like a greedy person, you know, they always gonna think with a selfish objective, and it's, you know, it make them really small. You know, the urge and, you know, the desire to just want more than enough. You know.
Real miss money.
Yeah, man. Never really gonna be much of nothing. What's up, Ruly?
Big up on Ruly.
Ruly with the Thule.
Nigerian man from London has just been deported to Nigeria for, you see, a young girl. Yo.
Gotta go.
Yeah, fireborn pedophile, you know.
I'm saying, what's the difference if they just gonna let another one back in? Like, that's like we gotta really pay attention to this whole migration thing. Like, you know, they turn all of our homes into migration hubs. You know, and the people come there and they just come in by the drones, and they, you know, they're supposed to be replacing or displacing us, but, you know, really it's another form of humiliation and torture. Like, you know, for us to see them, you know, come on a visa and then, you know, automatically doing better than whoever's land it is. It's like, man, it should be time for everybody to go, because whoever parents that is, like, they never gonna actually see no justice because they freed him from justice. They sent him back to where he from. Like, he, you know, that's not a punishment. On the real, the parents didn't get to, you know, get to flog him. They should have been able to, like, stone him or whoop him or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's fleeing justice. That's not, you know, justice.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she got to live with that the rest of her life. Like, he should have some type of, you know what I mean, some scars to, you know, to show that he, you know what I mean? Like, that's not punishment to me, you know? Like, man, they sent him home. Like, yeah, he came from home with those, you know what I mean? He came from home with that mentality. Shit, he ain't going back to do nothing but learn more foolishness. You know, he gonna find another way back into the country. Because immigrants are running it. That's not punishment to me. That is not punishment at all.
Bro. Leave the kids them alone, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he able to seek asylum when it comes to him having to be brought to justice. He able to seek asylum because he got dual citizenship. He can go back to where he from. But meanwhile, whoever it is that he harmed or whatever, like they never get a chance to seek any type of justice for what they got to live with for the rest of their life. Man, the system is rigged, bro. System is rigged to let them get away with whatever they trying to do. They come to our homes with bad habits.
That's a crime.
Yeah. Yeah, that should be a crime too. You know what I'm saying? You letting them get away without, if that
actually getting assaulted, you know?
If it was bad enough to deport him, then it was bad enough to punish him for the crime that he committed while he was here before he went back home. Straight up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. The hell are we doing around?
Yeah.
Doing yourself, you know?
Ain't no justice, bro. Ain't no justice. People
can't go and assault people.
They don't have no justice, no laws, bro.
That's a whole crime, right?
Criminals running it, bro. Criminals protecting criminals. Ain't no justice, man. They used to, even in Haiti, they used to have the law. You get caught stealing, they cut one of your fingers off. You get caught stealing the second time, a second finger. The third time, they cutting the whole arm off. That's justice right there, bro. Jungle justice, street justice. Ain't no justice over there. Nowadays, you could just buy justice. You could buy the law. Are the criminals and thieves running the law? Man, ain't no justice, bro.
That's what I mean. They letting them go right back to their training ground to come back another way with more evil. Yeah. Yeah, man. Just looking out my window like, what the hell? What the hell are we gonna do about it?
Peace, peaceful rising to everyone.
Peace. What's going on, Al?
Can't see my screen.
Yeah, boy, shit. I shared something in the chat. Uh-oh.
Huh? I can't see my screen. That's what that's why I don't know what it is.
Look like some breakdowns in science. I ain't shocked. This thing be going crazy.
What I was looking at today, I don't know if any of you guys see what's going on in the UK. They are letting in so much of these Africans, yeah? These males are coming over through Spain. And they're coming into the UK and raping the women and the children, and becoming like a
Wanna break?
I've seen the video, man. These Nigerians have to go. The Nigerians are interfering with our children.
It's just not Nigerians. It's the males, the African males that are coming over, because obviously they're coming over. They're not coming over and being vetted. You know what I mean?
If you wanna break up Aboriginal, fix your mic.
Come back. Yeah, I see nothing. I forgot Japan come back and I'll drive.
Like Palestine and all that. They was coming in coming into to to the United States through Mexico. So like this doesn't shock me at all because
Now they're going through Guyana. They're going through Guyana. From there, they go to Trinidad. That's where you're getting all these Bangladeshians, Sri Lankans, Pakistanis. The Indians are bringing them in the Caribbean through their hubs over there in Trinidad and Guyana and Suriname. The Indians are bringing them in.
see, right, and then hey, I'm glad that you said that because I was looking at that picture. I actually went on YouTube to do that research on that stuff that's going on with India and that gold. Like they're purchasing they, how this whole thing set up where they purchasing the gold. Well, actually, where they stole the gold. You know, the Indians or the Hindustans or whatever is working with the British government, and they're to steal that gold, and then they're using the gold to buy right back into the securities in America. So that gold is coming right back in. They basically selling the gold back to the people whose gold it is. So I caught that. You know what I'm saying? Really? No, I could see it's some writing, like, you know, the breakdown of science and stuff like that. And then they got the World Atlas or whatever that pops up every now and then. It's not just black. If you're only seeing black, I don't know what to say. Yeah. Got the connection messed up. Yep. Might be what it is. That connection is messed up. So a lot of times I come in and just tap. Because I know mine, they really be messing with my stuff. A lot. Yeah, man. I've been looking up some new stuff for us to use too, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, on this next response.
Yeah, man. Thanks,
Yeah.
man. But follow Obi right now.
Yeah. Oh, we got a few
Give Obi a follow, everyone. You don't know.
Yeah. Oh, we got a few tricks in the bag.
Yeah, they robbing the country blind, man. They robbing the country blind. Got to do something about it. They're over there in Guyana. And some dude in their president right now, the prime minister, his name is Ali Fula Fakarawa or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, what y'all gotta wait and see? How much more y'all trying to see? The president of the Republic Dominica, he's from Lebanon. What you got? Ecuador, what's his name? Nayib Bukele, he's a Palestinian. The lady from Trinidad, the prime minister, she's some type of Arab. What y'all waiting to see, man? How much more do y'all need to see something to understand it's time to shake? If you don't make something shake, you're gonna forever stay in them chains.
Right. Yeah, Elvis. Elvis has left the building now. I get it, bro. The only thing is like the ones that are really gonna do something is the ones, you know, we're just gonna lose them, bro. We're just gonna lose them because nobody, it's no follow-up answer to nothing going on. It's nothing structured about, you know, it's nothing structured about what, you know, cats got going on. It's, I wish, bro. I wish that people was ready to just boot up and go there, but they're not ready for that, man. They're not ready for anything, you know. They're not ready for nothing. And then I'm saying, what you end up doing is you end up losing a few good, solid people, you know. You end up losing a few good, solid people, man. And everybody goes back to sleep. That's how this process works. Everything in society is crying on the inside and outside. The plants, you know, the animals, people, everybody is suffering, man. And everybody is waiting. They're waiting for something else to do the work. Yeah. They're waiting for somebody else to do the work for them. Yeah. There's never going to be a right time. You know what I'm saying? You know, it doesn't matter how many resources you save or whatever you think you may be ready for it. You're never going to be ready. Yeah. But if you're not careful, you'll always be waiting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're never gonna be ready enough. You're always gonna be waiting though if you're not careful. Yeah, you'll never be ready enough. Everything is suffering. While everything suffers. While they put people in place in your government in order to tell you how to live your life on your own land. It used to be where, like, you know, it used to be where people knew, like, you know, like with the rise of the Panthers and all that. Like, I really feel like the rise of the Panthers was that whole Jaguar return that they was talking about. I feel like that was that time, you know, and that you know, that was supposed to be that moment, you know, that phenomena, you know, where this thing, you know, where the people rise because they were going out the country, in and out, you know what I mean? And they changed the laws and stuff like that just behind those dudes. You know, they created breakfast program to help, you know, like has some powerful momentum. But they systematically, you know, wipe those dudes out. You know, and like that's why too, like, you know, one person is a lot, but one person that's sacrificed in vain, like, man, that's nothing, man, compared to what they got, you know, compared to what they got in store for the type of example they're gonna make out of that one person to keep the rest of the people afraid. So it's like it's always been now or never. You know what I mean? It always has been now and never, man. Yeah, always.
No, I never.
Yeah, it's always been that. It's you know, it's never not been that. It has always been that. Now or never. Like now or never. That's what mankind is wrestling with. Is they're wrestling with, you know, really understanding like that if now or never. What you know? Does it have to be your kid in order for, you know what I mean, you to be feeling this way, you know, about what's happening to the babies? Like, do it have to be your kid in order for you to, you know, to really take it as serious as, you know, like,
You have to, for real. Have to wait till it reach at your doorstep. That's crazy.
man, always gonna be the same issue. Everybody's always gonna have the same excuse. Like, I can't leave my job. If I leave my job, this happens. I can't do this. You know, if I do this, what's gonna happen to my kids? Like, I can't, you know. And then all the while, it's like each household is taking a hit every way that, you know, this thing. It's like, wait a minute, you're losing the kids anyway. Why? Because they're in the streets. You know, you're losing, you know, anyway. You lose your job anyway. You're an at-will employee on your own land. You're an at-will employee on your own land. So you're losing everything that you're trying not to lose in the process of trying to save it. Man, you're losing everything that you're trying not to lose, man. Trying to save it. Yeah, that's what makes everything an illusion. Because what really are we, you know, what really are we saving? If you know what I'm saying, if we're still taking those losses, like we're not saving nothing. You saving it is an illusion. They just making you feel like you have, like your kids belong to you. They're making you, it's the illusion of inclusion. They're making you feel like those are your kids, but they really not even yours. They belong to the system.
Yeah.
Yeah. They belong to the system.
Yeah.
So as much as, you know, as much as we trying to like save our babies and save this, save that, and keep our job and keep, you know.
You're just slaves, bro. That's it. You're just a slave.
That's it.
You know what I mean? All this and that. It's just you're just a slave, bro.
That's it.
Yeah. Talking about all of that, man. You're scary. You're a scary slave, and that's how they control y'all with fear.
That's it.
Like, you're gonna unalive anyway.
Yeah, at some point.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nobody leaves.
Nobody leaves. Unalive you little by little, but instead of taking action, waiting for them to say or do something. That's what slaves do.
You know what I'm saying? And the ones that you know buck or whatever, they make the example out of the ones that buck, so the rest of them stay in line.
You know, you can't make an example out of all of us. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do for the slaves. They want to make an example to be like, see, if you try to be like him, this is what's going to happen to you. To put the fear back into the slaves. See, when you're not a slave, bro, it don't matter what they do. You're going to do what you need to do. They could do whatever they want, whatever example that they want. None of that matters.
Hey, so the mentality is only a slave can be bought. You understand?
They don't even buy you, bro. A lot of y'all, they don't even buy. What are they buying? How they buying you? They're not buying you. They just keep you scary, watching the news, getting online, talking all day. But what you about to do?
Right.
You're not on the payroll. They're not buying you. They got you somewhere. You see, you hear, you read. But what do you do about it? Nothing, bro.
Right.
You're a slave. At the end of the day, it's just that simple. They're not gonna waste money to come and buy you out. For you to get bought out, you got to be doing something.
Right, but the way that they purchasing you is through your labor.
Man, they don't give a damn about your labor, bro. They don't purchase your labor, bro. That labor shit, you're a slave. You're gonna give that labor anyway. The money that they pretend they give you, guess where it goes? Right back to them. So they don't give you anything. They got you thinking you're getting something. Because you a slave, you thinking that you got money, you thinking you got a house, you thinking you got food, you think you all right. Because you're a slave. But they don't really give you nothing. Everything that they give you, if you was a free and independent, you would have been had it on your own. You wouldn't need nobody to give it to you. Because you're a slave, you need them to give you something. You
Right.
go buy a bottle of water.
So that's where the illusion. That's where the
You go buy
illusion
water,
comes
bro.
in.
You go buy water, you go buy food. All of that is free in nature. And like I said, you're gonna work anyway. You could work the land and get the food and the water. But instead you go punching the clock for these guys while they got their feet kicked up. And they're giving you the same shit that they're getting from the ground for free. So that's the slavery system. If you haven't learned how the slavery system works, bro, you're a slave. Not you per se, but anybody who is not necessarily seeing what the fuck is you doing, bro?
Yeah.
You part of a system of enslavement. So I just look at it like this. If you're gonna be a slave, just be a slave. Don't be pretending to be no this and that and then be complaining. Just be a slave.
Right.
Because you're gonna work anyway, bro. That's the thing. Anyway, you're gonna work. You go try to go in the jungle, you're gonna have to work to get the food. So, but the difference is you working for yourself.
Right. Yeah, you create an opportunity.
So you're gonna work for the work. Like I said, labor. They purchasing your labor. They're not purchasing your labor. They just giving you
a false hope that make you think that you getting somewhere with little pieces of paper with their face on it.
That's why I said the illusion.
Right?
That's why I said the illusion. You're
Now,
held in public trust.
When you got that piece of paper, you think like you could buy something. What is you buying? You only buying everything that you could have got everything on your own anyway.
Right.
That's why you go to these islands. Everything you buying with that money, a lot of them already got it for free. They work for it. They built their own houses. They work their own land. They catch their own fish. So what do you really have, bro?
Right. That you actually own.
What do you really have? You're a slave. You don't have nothing, bro.
Right.
At least the guy who has something that he built on his own is his.
Right.
So they just got you in this major enslavement, bro. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's everybody's held in public trust. Even the employers. That's why the employers get rich, because the employers are just tapping into your trust in order to pay you.
Man, forget about all of that, bro.
Yeah.
Forget about all that trust and all that goofy shit. Man, you got to be in the system for all of that. You think the dudes that's in the bush right now give a damn about a trust?
No, but how do you
get a trust if you're not in the system, bro?
Yeah, I get that. Hey, and I'm all for coming out. I'm all for coming out, bro. You're not gonna have an argument with me out of that. I'm all for coming out.
Niggas keep telling you this, that, and it's like all they doing is putting you deeper into the system.
Yeah, you're existing inside of something that wasn't meant for you in the first place.
You mess around and put all your money, all your assets in the trust, and they fuck around, steal it from you with a court order. Now you looking goofy.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I get it. Like, bro, you don't get no argument out of me on that. I get this. I get how this process works.
So
in
them
detail.
houses in the Caribbean that your grandma had that was passed down by her grandma and her grandma, they was in a trust?
No. I
Spinks.
believe it.
Sorry, everybody. Spinks, I can't see my screen.
Was they in the trust?
No.
All right. So what you need they trust for, bro?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I know where you're going with this, bro. And I'm outside of it, so I get exactly what you are saying. You won't get an argument out of me on that. You won't. I am one for coming out of the system. Yeah.
It's not just about coming out of it. It's going home and fighting against it. You know, you got bums that's out of the system, but they're not fighting against it. They're not taking their energy where it could be used elsewhere. So you can come out of the system, but now where do you put the energy? Are you fighting against it? Because if you don't fight against it and you just come out of it, you're not really building nothing for real. You just floating out here. You just like floating. And if you just floating by a certain degree, you still part of the system. You still part of the system. You may not be enjoying the benefits, but you still part of the system. When they lock a bum up, what do? They throw him in the prison in their system.
Right. What's the next move? What's
the next move? Once you start building the alternative system, now you onto something.
Spinks, I can't see my screen now. It's black.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah, I know, because I'm not having that same issue. Apparition. Hey, Will, look what you been doing.
You restart your phone?
Yeah, I'm gonna come off and come back. I'm on a different TikTok page and it's still giving the same issue. I don't know what's going on.
Right.
So you restarted your phone, or did you this is what you might have to do. Delete the app and then re-download it again.
Let me see what I want. Come off it. All right.
All right, peace.
All right.
Dang.
How you doing, Leah? Yeah, brother. It's not just coming out of the system and now you just floating. That's not just it.
Yeah, I get that, man.
You know what I'm saying? There's a whole system that needs to be developed. because people rely and think they need these people. How the hell did you get here, man? And if you were of West Indian descent, that should let you know that you don't really need these people, bro.
Right. Yeah,
That's facts. Because now they
waiting.
coming for the 410Ks now.
410Ks, man. Shit.
Yep.
I've been telling people that shit is for dummies.
Exactly. And my boy's like, oh, I told him to put more of my paycheck in the 401k. I said, then you're stupid.
You stupid shit, bro.
Bro, they been squandered Social Security. So we all know that. They been squandered the Social Security. So this is what they do, bro.
So what you waiting for, man?
Yeah. They saying that there's not enough money.
Man, listen, scratch all of that, bro. They knew there was no money in there, man. They
know exactly. Yeah, we know that. They we didn't know that, but we know that.
So you know what I'm saying? A lot of shit we don't even need to talk about. That's for the slaves and the goofies that stuck in it, who didn't listen, and they the ones that got to deal with that. But the ones that's not into that system and been through the scam, man, we got to get into something else.
Exactly. No, but they want to get rid of They want to put you now in a digital system now, so they could control it, turn it off. If they want you, then you say something stupid, they'll turn it off. They want to control. They want to control everything you do.
You got to be in their system in the first place.
Yep. That's why I've been telling people, yo, get your farm, let's get. But nobody wants to do nothing. Everybody's like waiting and waiting and waiting. Waiting for what?
Why you sitting around telling people what to do? They should just wake up one day and you gone.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I got something to do. You think like you got an idea? The creator gave you the vision for a reason. It's because it's for you to see.
Yep.
Them other niggas don't see it. Leave them where they at. 3 blind men, 3 blind mice.
All right. See how they run.
When they kick their door in and yell SWAT, now they're gonna be like, damn, I should have listened.
When that day happens, believe me, I'm going with the Lord because they ain't taking me.
You feel me?
For facts.
So I don't even waste time on those folks, man. A lot of them folks, they third eye so calcified. I'm not even wasting time trying to explain nothing, going back and forth, explaining this and that.
For a day.
Because that's what they want you to do. They want you to sit around, waste your time, and start preaching to people, and then they be like, yeah, yo, that's real, bro. Yeah, yeah. And then niggas get back to the same bullshit.
Thank you.
Yeah, don't even waste your time. You know what you know? Man, just execute it.
That's it.
Because you think when they got a plan, they sit around and talk to you about it all fucking day.
Oh, no. Yeah. No, just like Bob Marley said, why should I take a day off when I know the people that's trying to rule this world don't even take a minute off?
They don't.
Okay.
So I suggest all y'all stop wasting time with people who don't get it. When they get it, right, by the time they figure something out, 20 years later, it's too late. They tell you, damn, bro, you was right, bro. You was right.
They ain't gonna find me to tell me that.
Later, when the whole moment and everything wastes, you can't put your destiny on another ignorant man's clock.
Facts. Yep.
Waiting for him to figure it out before you make a move. Waiting for her to figure it out. I had one chick, she didn't see it. I had to dead her.
And let me sad, you know, because you want to take people with you, but when they don't want to, you know, when they want you to drag them and shit, I got my own shit to drag.
Listen, bro, sometimes it's best that they don't want to come along because less is best.
True. I don't know if you ever seen that movie 40 Acres.
No, I don't watch TV. I don't watch movies, bro.
That's a type movie. It just tells you the truth, you know, about it's a communities, but they stick to themselves because they like, ain't no one give us shit, ain't no one help us out.
When you gonna fight though? When you gonna fight?
The ones that's gonna try to come and take your food.
That's what I'm saying. When you gonna fight? Because they try to sell us on this isolated community BS, but they never show you the guy that's building the nuke in his garage. Okay. They never show you. They always try to show you these dudes that send some type of hippie lifestyle and all of that, but they never show you the madmen that's ready for the action, because they're gonna come for you, and you better be ready for that. So it's not just about getting isolated, getting your farm and being here by yourself. No. It's about being able to hold them cowards back.
Yes. Hey, so the real question is, when are we gonna fight? It's not an isolated question.
That's what I've been asking this whole time, bro. I've been asking that one question this whole time. You can only get on so many lives. You can only watch so many YouTubes.
Exactly.
You can only read so many articles, bro. When do you get to a point where you like, man? And if you thinking some chick is about to do it, these chicks, they brains is fried. They not about to go nowhere. If it don't concern they pussy or putting some money in their purse, they don't give a fucking damn.
Thank you. Or the next Louis Vuitton bag, or getting their nails done. Let's get dirty. Let's dig up that dirt. Let's plant. Let's grow some shit. You know. Let's get dirty. You talking about you want a bag? You want to do your nail, your hair? F your hair. Your hair ain't gonna save you.
Man, let's just get busy, bro. It's out here for us to get. You know.
Yep, and it's mad cheap.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. It's like when you don't really follow God, follow what you're supposed to do, you end up following a chick. And you know they never satisfied. You can never make them happy. Nope. So then you become a crazy madman because now you following what a chick got to say and do for your life. You're not a leader. She's telling you what she want, and that's what you're going to go get. When instead you should be following the Creator. The Creator gave you the vision. He told you to do this and that. And your girl don't want to go. So now she's your God?
Nah, she's gone.
So who's wearing the pants here? You or her, bro?
Okay.
You know what I mean? You gotta put a female in her place and let her know, like, man, I ain't listening to that. And if she want to give you back talk, there go the door.
Facts. Some chicks are nuts, yo. Some chicks, they'll ram their head in the wall, call the cops. Look what he did to me.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They definitely do that. they definitely do that. That's why the first sign, stay away.
All right.
The first time you see that, man, just stay away. I mean, sometimes you gotta see those signs and be like, oh yeah, that's my clue.
Yeah.
Sure, they call it
unlike the gingerbread man.
I mean, that's one of the best ways they get men in slavery. They get men in slavery through women and through work.
Fact, yep.
That's why they focus on the females so much. Because they know you goofy asses, all you care about is getting your whistle wet. So they're like, all right, no problem. We're about to use the female to enslave him.
Jezebel.
They are working together, bro.
The spirit of Jezebel.
You know what I mean? So if you got a solid chick, man, you better hold on to her tight.
For real. Because they don't make them like they did before, man. All right.
Yeah, you got to hold on to her tight, man. But at the end of the day, whether you got a chick or not, man, you got to do what you got to do.
You got to do your facts.
Tired of niggas waiting on the chick, man.
Yep.
I had a business idea for a brother. He said he had to wait for his baby moms to get her income tax check. Looking at this nigga like, what? You making plans for your life based on another chick's purse?
Okay.
Damn.
She already got plans for it already.
Man, she got plans to spend that on some kids or the next man. So you just gotta move out, man.
Yeah.
You as a man, what you got out here? You don't got no land. You don't own no property. And I ain't talking about where you gotta pay the imperial tax every year, and then they can seize your. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about actual that you own. There's dudes in the West Indies that got more.
You know what it is? Is the ego. People don't want to let go of that. And that they don't understand that that's the spirit.
A nigga got 20 cows, 10 goats. He got a boat, his own house, a horse. Come on, man. Like, what? And you still making payments? Man, listen, you get a car loan, you get a house loan. The way they structure the mortgage and car payments, you could pay like, let's say your payments is $500 a month, and you pay $6,000 to say like, you know what, I'm about to pay off for the whole year. That shit is not going to the next month. It's just going to the interest most of the time, and then the very next month you got to pay the same $500 again.
Yeah, it's not
So what?
going towards the principal balance.
Exactly.
So when you look at that, just that right there puts you in a situation where you got to continue running on the treadmill every month. So now you end up being stuck with that job that you don't fucking like, that job that you know is not good for your health, that you should be leaving, but you don't leave. You end up getting stuck with all of that. So now what?
Yeah, right. And to tell you the truth, these new cars, I wouldn't even want one of these new cars. I'll take the 1993 and less if I could.
You get stuck into their system, bro.
Yep.
And now they put the handcuffs on you, the economic handcuffs on you. Where you going? You're not going nowhere, bro. You got these house bills.
And my boy, right? He purchased a stupid car that it monitors everything he does. If he blinks his eyes, the car tries to pull over and say, "Oh, you're tired.
Crazy.
You can't drive. You got to pull over. You're tired." I said, "Yo, if your car do that, you think it's not listening to what you're saying?"
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. I don't know what's up with these people's heads. Like I said, a lot of them, their heads is already fried, bro.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, I got the newest whip." I'm like, "Yeah, your new whip is gonna lock you up."
The process already been started because they started setting fire to those junkyards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's been going on a lot lately. So any of that older stuff is they going with the out with the old in with the new. It's happening.
And you basically got to be a man.
Have you been prepping and getting parts for whatever you have? I don't know.
It's really about being a man and focusing on what really matters, bro. A lot of them parts you could make yourself with dirt and a cast molded and fire. Having that knowledge, bro.
Some duct tape will help too.
You know?
Really they got the 3D printer now.
Yeah, they got the 3D.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? You gotta have a certain amount of knowledge as a man. Some dudes just focus on their job and that's all they do. They don't know nothing else, man. They bombard you with a bunch of knowledge that's nonsense, that's not about to take you nowhere, do nothing for your life. It's not survival knowledge. Niggas don't even know how to start a fire right now, bro.
For real. That's true. That's sad.
So you totally dependent upon the system. The day they shut your black ass off the system, you fried, you cooked. So you wasting time talking to those heads. You got to get real skills. Can you build a house if you got to, a shelter? You know what I'm saying? Certain knowledge, no matter what goes on in the universe, you got to at least be able to have some type of knowledge on how to do some of these things. But when they got you thinking about everything's about money, you think, oh, I could just pay somebody to do that. All right. So just look into some of these knowledge stuff and get the courage to be able to be self-reliant and independent. Essentially, that's what you're going to have to be, man. Unless you want to rely on these folks.
I'm glad I learned early.
Yeah?
Yeah. Journeyman level carpentry, journeyman level mason, stone.
You know what I'm saying?
Stonework, concrete finish, drywall, it don't even matter. Roofing, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
You name it. Yeah. Electrical, you name it. But that's what I mean. Like, you know, I know that even men like myself that focus on more than one trade, it's like seeing a unicorn.
Exactly. And they
My
didn't even
daddy
want you to
did
do that
everything.
either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the men from back then, they did everything, but today they tell you to focus on one thing and specialize so they can put you in a box in a corner.
Right.
So when you come around, they like, oh shit, these motherfuckers still exist?
He's still alive?
Yeah. Oh, we didn't get this one yet?
Nope.
This nigga got away. You know what I'm saying? And then if you can combine yourself with a woman that's just as industrious as you, I ain't talking one that needs all of this high maintenance, one that could do stuff for herself. She makes her own dresses, cooks her food from scratch, does her own hair, make their own clothes.
Facts.
Where the fuck is they at?
You know
all
what
these
I'm
women
saying?
say you need to make 6 figures. Why you need to make 6 figures? Because these chicks is useless. That's why you need to make 6 figures. Because these chicks is useless. The more a chick is useless, the more you gotta spend.
They out here. It's just not a lot of them.
They're definitely out here. I ain't saying they're not.
Yeah.
All these green goofy chicks that is out here, we need to put the radar on them so motherfuckers know what the fuck is up. You a chick, you don't even know how to wash your own pussy. Now you gotta go pay $350 to the salon to go wash your pussy every time. Come on, man. What the fuck, bro?
Unfortunate.
Niggas is cooked, bitches is cooked.
Like I said, I gave you all the herbs and all the herbs of the nation to heal yourself.
Yeah, and everything in it.
Yep. Do people know what medicines to mix together to make antibiotic? Because it's so simple. Because people understand a cut get infected, you better have some antibiotic.
Righteous.
Because septic is a bitch. That shit will kill you in 2-3 days.
Yeah. Yeah, I get where executive coming from.
And now they got these ticks that bite you and you're allergic to meat. Come on, man. They had that out. They've been saying that since 2012. But nobody paid attention, so now they brought it back up even harder.
Yeah, they're gonna keep engineering something in these labs.
Yeah, and that's Bill Gates.
They're gonna keep engineering something in these labs, man. In Germany. They're gonna keep doing it, man. They never stop. They never stop. You know what I mean? And most of this stuff, if you just had clean habits, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You was just virtuous and had clean habits. Like, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have to worry about it.
For real.
If you just did stuff like why you see when that C-19 hit, all you had to do is wash your hands. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even enough people washing their hands, man.
It was because there was never no C9. There wasn't none of that. All that was in the jab.
Yeah, that was priming you for the jab.
That was just some psychological warfare.
Yeah. I get that. I get exactly how this process works.
Yep.
Yeah. I get exactly how this process works, man. Intimidation, fear.
Yep. Fear.
Right? Stuff that
you gotta be
inside.
6 feet apart. Oh yeah, no. Get out of here, man. I never was, but I was near everybody. If you didn't want to be near me, then you just move. That's it.
I'ma move. You know what I'm saying?
For
I was
real.
social distancing before social distancing. Even in a line, I would step outside of the line. I already was doing it.
If I knew you took the jab, then I really moved away from you. Because you get shaft. Now you're shafting. Now I could get it.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's simple.
people don't understand that part. That's why that nanotechnology was there, because you shed and other people get it. Now you're infecting.
Yeah, it's coming out your pores.
Yep. That's why every time I see a chick, yo, did you get that? Oh yeah, all right, nice knowing you.
It's that simple.
And that's it.
Yeah, it's that simple.
Yep.
Yeah, it's that simple, man. And those people are trying not to be around you either. So the division just goes
even better.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The division just goes even deeper. You know? That's all it is a tool that they use to divide.
Yep.
Tool to divide the people.
Look. Now they got these kids going around. I forgot. What's the new lingo for that? They going around town, jumping on cars.
Hey, Grand Rising.
Grand Rising, man.
You said what?
You know, all them groups of kids that's running around in stores, just bum rushing stores and jumping on people's cars. I forgot the name of that, what they call them.
Yeah.
But there's this guy in Florida said that, is all these black kids are doing this, running in stores, stealing, and jumping on people's cars. They do that in Florida. I got men that's gonna blow them away. They're gonna be fatherless kids around here.
Yeah.
And there's other dude, but that's all
by design.
By design, you know. Yeah. They want that because they want that civil to start. They want that civil to start, and they want us to start it.
Right. Yeah, to foster it.
Yep. Because they lose out of it. They get that out of it, you know?
Right. Yeah, they get the divisiveness. That's where they benefit. They benefit on dividing the people. And I'm saying, like, majority they've been after that middle class to make the division even deeper for those, the haves and the have-nots.
Yep.
So, it's
like I don't know if anybody's seen like Leave the World Behind by the Obamas, the movie that they made.
Absolutely.
You see that she couldn't believe that the black man owned that house. She was like, "Oh, how do I know it was you? How do I know you own this house?"
Yeah, how does he know all the business that transpired between y'all? It shouldn't be no.
And he told her, before phones, we had before there was phones, we could have known each other's voices, but we had to text and email each other.
Right. The disconnection.
Exactly. Yep. And she couldn't believe, because she was like, "Where you live?" "Oh, I live in Park Avenue." "Oh, where you live?" "Oh, I live in Bay Ridge." "No, it's Park Slope."
Yeah, right. Yeah. Correction.
"Oh, my wife wanted to live there. It's very, very cheap." Yeah. But his daughter was catching everything.
Hey, but see too though that it's all symbolic for
it's all symbolic. Yeah,
it's all symbolic for the renter to be renting the property of the one that actually owns it, and to be able to make a decision of whether or not he can access his own property. You know what I'm saying? Because the land belongs to him.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and she couldn't fathom that.
Yeah, it was too much.
How can this man own this beautiful house?
It's too much. It's like, wait a minute, they coming back from my opera, You know
Yes,
what I mean?
yes, yes.
You know, he's they cultured. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know they actually are the
Oh,
people that
he's from
own
the
the land.
symphony? He from the symphony?
What y'all doing over there?
Exactly.
We don't even do that. You know what
You
I'm
know?
saying?
Wow. And then the little girl from the whole time got the Nassau shirt on.
Right,
And what movie she wanted to watch? Friends.
right. So all she wanted to watch.
Yep. The
Yeah.
ending of Friends. Yep.
Yeah. Things are powerful, man.
And you saw that, you remember that beam when that hit them? That when it hit them and then the boy started pulling out his teeth?
Right.
That beam was the same beam that Donald Trump used in Venezuela.
See what I mean?
Yep. And they put it in the movies to tell you.
To show you
Yep.
exactly that.
And then that
Exactly.
movie was all symbolic. You gotta look at the name of the ship when they was in the beach. It was the White Lion. When you look up the White Lion, it represents Christ. Okay, so the whole movie is symbolic.
Right. That's why I said what I said earlier. It's because
Yep.
there's putting it right in your face that you know
Yep.
these people don't own the land. Only you own the land, but you know these people are making a decision on whether or not you can access your own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's why his friend, he said, "Oh, we could go see my friend. He's a prepper." He said, he was like, "You and your friend get off of my stoop and go buy your car."
Period.
Comes out with a shotty. That was the old days. Wow. And he was like, "Oh, you lucky you got out the city." I could imagine how that is.
Yeah, because everybody over there was dropping.
Yep. Yep.
Everybody over there was dropping. But yeah, that's for Brad. He was saying that he don't really watch TV and all that. Like, I mean, I get when people take that position, you know, but part of the signs that I catch, you know, these downloads from time to time, like, you know, it helps me to be aware of,
Yeah,
you
because
know,
they tell you everything. They have to tell you everything before they do it. Is the karma. They have to tell you. You know. So they put it all in your face in movies. That's why I don't even watch TVs. Cause I'd rather watch a movie that all in your face in movies. That's why I don't even watch TVs. Cause I'd rather watch a movie that I know is the truth. They telling you exactly what's coming down. I don't watch TV. Mm-mm.
yeah, if I do watch it, I watch it with subjective eyes.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to get something out of it. Trying to get something out of it. But, you know, I respect the people's position too, though, when they say that they don't fool around. Because it is a lot to mislead you, too.
Oh yeah. It is true.
Yeah, so it's, I totally get that. I do. You know, I do. So it's about operating outside of it.
It's all private, man. Private.
Right, public and private.
Yeah.
Same thing of duality.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now you could be your own bank. You don't even need a bank.
Period.
Yep.
Period. Instead of having it's about closing off all those avenues that they're using also. The reason why I brought it up is for that reason.
Exactly. That's what they use promissory notes. You just promissory notes. That's it.
Right. So I'm saying too, at the same time, like when you are able to create, you understand how to operate, inside of this thing, where you're outside of it.
Yes.
Yeah. But I don't want to have a war with words. Like I understand that it's action that had to be taken, and that's action is not talking.
Exactly.
You don't expose to your enemy what your plans are because they can get ahead of you.
Yep.
Right. So I totally agree with that, brother. I totally agree. I just know that it's isolated actions is not gonna have a lasting effect.
It's not. It's not. Because
Right.
even a couple of my family members, they don't even want to be around me because I'm the conspiracy theorist.
That's the division.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's to make the seer feel like that that he's alone in what he sees.
Yep.
And you can never elevate them because that the divisive action has already taken place.
Yeah, like what Morpheus told Neo. We trying to wake up a lot of these people here, but we gotta be careful because they so into the world that they'll kill you.
Just for the world.
Yep.
Right.
And look how bad the one in the ship that wanted to get back put in the Matrix because he didn't want to eat the food, that it was more nutrition in the ship, so he wanted to eat the steak.
Right. Hey, and that's symbolic too, though. For
it is. It is.
For those that till the land and those that chase the animal and bite them.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. It's sad, but
it is sad. It is sad.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, because the one thing I realize about when you get exposed to information too, like like I'm already at where that brother was at, where Executor was at. I don't like how this thing is going any more than he does, and maybe a little more.
True.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm 50 years old, man. I've been fighting a good fight since I was young, bro. Junior high.
Same here, brother. Same here.
Yeah, junior high, man.
Yep.
I never liked how things was going. I never liked,
Me neither. I knew there was something up. I always knew. That's why I left school early, man.
Right.
Because I knew it wasn't for me. Yeah, I just didn't feel right in it.
Right.
And then when I did hit the lockup, it's the same system.
Exactly. It's just as they say, they call colleges institutions. Like it's the same thing with the institution, and then they have That's why, as a seer, they feel like you are institutionalized. But
Exactly.
the truth is that you are aware. You are more aware because of being in the institution.
Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna tell you you're institutionalized.
Oh, because they always come up with they got the words for everything now, you know?
Right.
Like you have a little kid and he says, "Oh, grandma's right there in the corner," but you know grandma passed away, and now you taking this kid in the hospital getting medicated because he says he sees grandma. Just because you can't see grandma, you think there's something wrong with your kid. No, that's not real. It's that he could see. You know, for people, you know, oh, there's something wrong with my son. He's seeing things. You know, say they want to put you know, give him meds and, you know, decalcify his pineal gland when it's already open. That's why he's seeing.
Right.
You know?
I swear to you, bro. Man, once your eyes are open, you know what I mean. You can't go back to not
You
seeing.
can't go back, man. And you know, I lost a lot of people, friends, you know, from being weak, and it's sad because you know I'm like, damn. It does hit you in the beginning. You feel lonely, you know, because you be like, damn, I'm the only one that's seeing what's going on.
That's
You know?
impossible, right? I see it. Why can't they see it?
Exactly.
Right. But that's how they're also able to
constant divide. Yeah.
Use your awareness against you.
Exactly. Like they say, you could choose your friends, but not your family. You know, but sometimes you just gotta get up and go. Maybe you know, just because you was born in that family, that doesn't mean, hey. Sometimes you gotta go. Right up. Because I knew something was wrong ever since, even before lockdown. Like in 2012, I knew something was wrong.
See, I think I got exposed around something like 2008.
Yeah.
Something like that. I was going from
me too. Like around 2008. Yep.
Yeah, going from one, and I'm saying to you, a whole lot of downloads at one time. When this stuff started going on with with them taking the female trees and planting male trees and all that, like all that stuff hit me like a ton of bricks, bro. My eyes was swelling up. You know what I mean? I couldn't stop my nose from running. I was
I cried
sneezing.
for a week. I cried and I didn't even know why.
Right.
You know, and that was when the Mayan calendar. Remember 2012, the world was gonna end. The end of the Mayan calendar. No, it was the awakening. It's the veil.
Right.
The veil was being lifted.
Yeah, it was the end of their thing, not ours.
Yep, not ours.
Right. It was the beginning of ours.
Yep. And the ending of theirs.
Right. But that's it, you know. These people playing like 30 years ahead. They can't really go no higher than that.
Longer than that.
You think?
Yeah. Just been playing for
just for everything I've been reading, you know what I'm saying?
Why you think they took Kennedy out? They took Kennedy out. Then they tried to take Reagan out.
Yeah.
You know? And they took Bobby Kennedy.
Yeah, Reagan was no good though.
He was trying to wake people up in his own ways. That's why they tried to take him out. And then he you know, he knew what was going on, you know?
Reagan is the one though that launched the whole thing to go after the Panthers.
Like
Yeah.
he never was any good. You know what I mean? That whole say no to Smugs or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? All the while they fighting that whole fight in the country for, you know, them to keep this thing going and do the things that they was doing to our community. So he never was any good. He wasn't. You know, the deeper that you go into it, they call it Reaganomics.
Exactly.
Yeah, he was never any good. You know,
Look, they gotta put a boogeyman in everything, in the movies and everything. Okay.
under every bed.
Yep. If it's not China, it's Russia. You know.
Right.
When
But I was watching this one video. Not to cut you off, bro. I'm sorry. I was watching this one video just yesterday, and it was talking about India, and India. The lady was from India, and she. That's why I shared it in a little chat. You know, where the girl said she meant to say stored, but she ended up saying stole. You know, and she was talking about the gold.
Wow.
Right. She meant to say store, but she said stole. So, you know,
the truth
that's
came
how
out.
right. That's how they used India, though. You know what I'm saying? Was another place that they used to steal our gold. So it's just a trip, bro, because in that thing she was saying like that during the thing with Ukraine that Russia had all this stuff stored over here in the Americas, had all their gold stored over here in America.
Yeah,
And
they
then
wanted it back.
Right. I think it was like $800 billion worth of gold. And they said that that America froze their wealth, but the truth is like that's an excuse for Russia. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But the truth is, all of you people that, I don't care if he talks about a black Jesus or I don't care about any of that. What I do know is that all of you people that are from different, backgrounds, all of y'all are working together. All of them.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's they all got one common enemy, and Putin made that clear. He said it was the black American.
Wow.
Right. Said it was the black American. That's what he said. So how could you not have? How could you not? As much as you got going on, Palestine, any of this other stuff that y'all are talking about, how could a black American be your number one, your arch nemesis? Like,
exactly.
How? But it's the awakening, is what it is. It's the people coming into themselves, like really finding out, like more about themselves.
Like the Moors, even Kennedy knew about the Moors. They knew about the Moors.
Right, but his understanding was limited though, because Mur and Moor is two different things. So like where they're represented in history, like they are used to displace us also. So where they may say like Moor or whatever, like that's not the real name for the indigenous. So it's how they, like everything they do is a trick, a play on words.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's what they continue to do. You know what I'm saying? They keep, they have all these different things that people are able to access, and these dudes make, they over here eating off of these platforms, to spread misinformation. Like,
that's true. No.
Yeah, they winning, and then some of them are eating off of having a big platform and giving the right information, but nothing is taking us to the next level of where we're supposed to be as a people.
True.
Yeah, because if you still, it doesn't matter how much you know if you still aren't willing to take the next steps.
Yeah, that's because I'm reading in where it says black people are dead because the word black means dead. You're not supposed to use that word black because that you calling the next brother dead. You
Right.
know, you wishing death on him.
Right.
You know, when we're really just white, we white because they invert everything.
I stand corrected because I know that that word, bro. I promise you, when what they so-called black awareness came into play, like that's where it began to be propagated that we come from Africa, knowing that we really don't come from Africa.
No, at all.
Right. So it's it's a cold thing though, and I had to stand corrected. I had to check myself because using the word black, you are absolutely right. It does mean the dead people. It doesn't it's one of those things like that you have to unlearn what it is that you learn to the degree where you don't use those terminologies.
Because people understand that Japan, China, all them countries was all indigenous people or millennium people.
Right.
They were not no Chinese looking. No, those were melanated people. Okay, but they whitewashed everything. And the ones who did it was really the Jesuits. Because they get into everything. They nothing godly about the Pope.
Man, what do you need a bulletproof? You know what I'm saying?
No.
What do you need a car to have a car? Plexiglassed all up. If he,
Exactly, because one time it was when I forgot who was Pope Benedict got shot.
Yeah.
And then they started making that plexiglass thing because people that guy knew that he there's nothing holy about him. And he's just a puppet because it's the gray Pope that has the power.
Right. And I'm saying to you, like, that shows you too, though, how they put people out there. You know what I mean?
When a Pope gotta go to Israel and kiss a damn wall, who his allegiance is to?
Right.
Okay? Every damn president gotta go over there and lick that wall. Who their allegiance to? Now they merged the American military with the Israel military. That's treason.
Yeah, it is. You telling us that we gotta get more acclimated into having these people.
They need to kick his ass and kick rocks.
Right. We need to embrace it. Like, nah, man, these people. And I'm saying all of this right after people was saying that they was willing to protest and all that behind what was happening in Palestine. But everything is trickery. It's all,
Yeah.
It's all something that they put out there just to make you to sway you different ways. Like you don't never know which way you're getting hit.
Look at the building in Manhattan that Trump's son-in-law bought. It's 666. I think Park Avenue, Madison Avenue, some building. And then he want to build a smart city over there in Jerusalem where they just decimated half of a culture. And the guy say, yeah, we had this plan for years. And John the Kitchener's looking at him like, dude, you stupid? Why are you saying that?
Right.
You can see it in his eyes. He's moving his head like, dude,
what the hell are you
talking?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we had this plan for years. We're going to build a smart city over there in Gaza. I'm like, he's looking at him like, dude, shut up. Yep. They're just following the Bible, man. That's what they want, man. You know, but they can't come up. They can't, and they're never gonna beat the God. They're never gonna go. How can they think they're gonna beat a creator?
Yeah, they're never gonna get close to the consciousness that's needed.
Nope.
To successfully.
Never.
Yeah.
For me, they're not even real. Them people ain't human. For real.
Right. At all.
Now they're releasing all the UFO files. Yeah, we have 4 types of aliens. Now, come on, man. The 4 types of demons. That's it.
It's always something to keep you.
Yeah.
To sway your attention.
Look at the left. Don't see what the right is doing.
Right. That's why I said that earlier. I was like, man, that just brought me to this whole thing going on with India and this gold. Like, what would be the point of them taking what they get but investing it back into the securities that's in the Americas?
Exactly.
Right. You selling people back their own gold. You took their gold. Even with the trade center, that whole thing, it was a month or so before that they moved the gold bullion and the silver bullion up out of there.
Yep.
So they knew it was going down. If they knew it was going down, then they was in on
it. Exactly.
Right. So it's not a far fetch for them to use even the Arabs, like, because like all of those people have a contract with them to come here and open these stores in our communities and to poison us. All of them do.
Yes.
So it doesn't shock me that, you know what I'm saying, I can see that all of them is working together. All of them. Yep. Yeah. Because if you really had something against a country, then you would have to have something against their people on your land.
Exactly.
But this ain't their land. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
Right. So it's like, we don't have no problem with them. They immigrants just like us.
Yep.
No? Yeah.
That's true.
Unfortunate. It's unfortunate, man. But yeah. People only do what you let them get away with.
Exactly.
So at the beginning and the end of the day, it's always about what we are going to do together.
Yep.
Right. Because we got to lose this. We got to shed that illusion of being divided.
Exactly. Because if we don't come together quick, man, like God said, he's going to come like in a thief in the night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. Because us being divided is an illusion.
It is. It really is.
There's nothing about, we share the same plight, So it's nothing about us that's divided other than the divisive, ways that we look at each other.
Exactly. That's it.
That's it. That's how we see each other.
Yep.
And time waits for nobody.
No, it doesn't. And the way time is going, it's going fast.
Yeah. It's an illusion like we was before time. So, as long as we are caught up into the way, they chopped it up into 12. They made some months longer than others just in order to lose us from knowing that, like, time don't exist.
It doesn't. Nope. It doesn't.
Yeah. It's our diet and all this other stuff that we got going on that's keeping us detached from actually achieving our higher self.
Correct.
Yeah, you eating these animals, man. You taking on the same shit as the animals, like whatever stress they had, whatever anxiety, and Yep. Yep. I'm telling you, United States is a testing ground for everything. Why do you think no country allows the food over there in their country?
Yes, outlawed.
Yep.
Which
You can't
shows
bring United States food to the UK. Nope.
which shows you that that we the target.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. It put the bullseye right on us.
Yeah,
Like, man, we gotta
we're the
do this.
testing ground. No, let's test this on the. We always been the testing ground for everything.
Right. We are it.
Yep.
We are it. That's what they want to do. They want to make sure that, they keep this thing contained, because if this thing gets out of control, then everywhere else in the world is out of control.
But what's good that we have is that the pew pew, that other countries don't have that.
Right. But everybody got them. Everybody got them. So that's it's not special. Only thing is, like, for us, like, we can get them, but we don't use them on the right people.
Thank you. Yeah.
We can get them though.
Yep.
Yeah, it ain't hard to get. We can get them. You know what I'm saying? But we use them on the wrong people. We use them on ourselves. So them days is leaving though, man. They are out.
That's what I say, man. It's like people gotta get a good community where they just gonna live out the land. We grow, we all have our food, we all work together as one. There's no bickering, we all here to survive together. We make our ammo, everything. Nothing goes to waste. Nothing.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. That's why anytime I see somebody with that on their feed, that they're farming, you know what I mean, I gotta get them a like, a share, and a comment. I gotta propel that, because it ain't until, like, you're actually feeding yourself that you can say that you actually are making a dent in what it is that's going on.
Exactly, yeah. So I've been collecting seeds for a minute, man.
Right.
Right up. Ever since they built that seed boat, I said, well, something is happening. It's time to buy seeds. Right up.
Yeah, because you can't get it at the supermarket.
Nope. Nope. Ain't nothing good in the supermarkets. Nope.
At all.
And now, why do you think in Canada they was protesting? All the truckers in the UK, they was protesting. The truckers, all the farmers out there, And now with the Strait of Hormuz, nothing is really coming in and out as food. So people need to realize these supermarkets are soon going to be empty.
Right. Yeah, they can't keep up this foolishness.
They can't keep up because, hey, they could keep it up for so long. Remember when Aunt Jemima was Aunt Jemima, and people started, oh, that's racist. They took, I love the Aunt Jemima pancakes. I don't care what anybody says, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't their invention, so they had to use, they had to use them to sell it.
Exactly.
Yeah, they had to use them to sell it.
I'm just saying, man, people, and this is coming quick, man, and people need to, either you gotta face it or you don't want to be. If you don't want to face it, then you're gonna have to stand up and not be part of it. That's it.
Right.
Like the brother said, we're only here for a little time. You know,
Yeah.
what are we gonna do? You know, because 2030 it was only 3 years away.
Yeah.
This year is almost done.
Yeah. It's
Yep.
I don't know about these dates because
Man, I don't even think we in the year they saying we are.
exactly.
You know,
So it's
for
kind
real.
of to me like it's kind of an illusion. You know, I know that they do everything by deception, so
Exactly.
I just don't totally be taking that stuff on when I do
No.
see it. Yeah.
Ever since they put the Gregorian calendar, come on, man.
Right.
New Year's is not in no cold ass winter. It's on April. Now they calling it April Fools because they telling us y'all stupid fuck. This is the real New Year, and they laughing at us because we going out the Easter bunnies. They don't even lay eggs.
Yeah, bro.
Teaching this to their kids, you know, what they gonna do? Teach it to their kids, You know, they just running the whole, you know.
Yeah, keep the illusion going.
Exactly. Come on, we need to break this.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the I would say last year was the first time that I started to see like people really focusing up on you know, celebrating the new year like when the actual new year is.
Exactly. No pare, Clara. No pase. No pase. For real.
Yeah, last year was the first year that I actually seen people really starting to celebrate the new year
Yep.
with the new year. And that's where it starts, where this other stuff falls.
Yep. Exactly.
You know, that's when we actually getting back to, you know, like people are starting to know more about what they can plant during what time. You know what I'm saying? What you know, what things go together when you plant it. Like you know, like all those type of things. Like you know, it's thing of beauty to see. You know, to see people actually standing on what you know. And I'm saying using the star constellation and everything.
Exactly. Yeah, it says it what is how it goes in the Bible. How can y'all discern the hours and the days, but you don't see the times that the coming of man is? You know,
Right.
and it's so true. It's so true.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed chatting, man. I gotta go ahead and get
Yeah,
my
brother.
day started. Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys have it for a while, man. I'm gonna send you a follow too, man. I appreciate your time, man. You have a good day, brother.
You too,
Peace.
brother. I'll follow you too as well.
All right, peace to the chat.
All right.
Mm-hmm.